That's it. We are live and we are with Joe on his ISS space station. Well, actually, he's on the outside.
This way they don't know I'm here.
Got some repairs going on there, Joe. Good evening. And
Hey, good evening, chat room. Sorry we were a few minutes. We do have Astroking with us, as you can see. But for some reason, we can hear him, but he cannot hear us at all. And he's trying to sort his, what do you call it, audio out. And Astral's here. Patricia can't make it. She's got internet problems. Well, her internet's not working. But so hopefully Astral can sort it out. Hello, Astral. And good evening, ISS Space Station with Joe.
There's a delay, so you got to wait till I answer. Okay, I can answer now. How's it going?
wait.
Joe making me laugh already all evening.
I'm just joking.
17,500 miles an hour. Whoa! Hold on tight. Watch that heart.
Ah!
We've got the picture focused on you right now while Astro can speak about his mic. But just to say, you were cleaning the windows earlier on, weren't you? Or was that Astral's idea?
I missed that. Were you talking to me, or?
Yeah, I said, were you cleaning the windows earlier on?
Yeah, I was actually. It was during Chris Hatfield's interview, so I kind of got in the way. He had to kind of point back at me and wave and kind of acknowledge that I was outside of the station washing the windows. So I don't think the interview went well for him, but whatever. I got to show my face on there. So.
Oh, well, as I say, while we're waiting for hopefully Astroking to come in, because obviously he's an amateur astronomer. What do you call it? Astronomer. I can't say it. Yeah, that's it. That's basically what you are, Joe, isn't it? But while we're waiting for him, tell us a bit more about this whole thing you've got here.
Oh, this program that I've been using, goofing around with. You mean? It's a piece of software that I found online. Oh. I think I heard it. Can you hear us?
Hello? Earth calling Keith? It's so annoying because you can actually hear him. He's sitting there typing on his keyboards, but he can't hear us.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I think it's the headphones, I think. I've had trouble with headphones on Google Hangouts before.
We have actually written to him and said, but he's just sitting. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, what were you saying?
So I was online and I was trying to find a way to live stream with the P1000, or any other DSLR.
The big boy.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a novelty toy. It was like a novelty toy, but I was looking for something because I'd like to live stream just on my YouTube and on Facebook or whatever, through my telescope with something like, oh, they happen to have one on the ISS here. I'll just borrow it quick. One like this.
I might be able to hear you through the video. So if I can't hear you on the Hangout, maybe I could hear you
oh, yeah.
on the video.
Okay, I'll just write to him. That's behind, isn't it? Okay.
Well, it shouldn't be. If he refreshes it, it shouldn't be that far behind. But
we can hear you fine, Keith. No problem there in hearing you. It's just if you can hear us.
You
don't need to type it, Karen.
Yeah, do, because he can't hear us, can he?
He said he's got it. He's got the video up, so he can hear us on that. But
he can hear us on the Hangout, yeah.
Hey, I'm on the ISS. We're used to delays. There's no big deal there, is there? I'm just kidding.
There's always a little delay in the chat room.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be too far behind. So this is a DSLR, like I mean, we've all seen these. It's a nice camera, but I wanted to live stream with something like that through my telescope, and so I was looking for software to do that, and I found this $50 software, and it's called, the name is terrible, Sparkosoft is the name of it. And I'm like, what? because the software itself, you can go download it for free, and then it just has a big watermark on it with the logo or whatever. And it's really corny looking, but so I was like, oh, sweet, you get to try it out, you know, before you buy it. And I tried it out. I was pretty impressed with it. And I bought it, and now I'm even more impressed with it. For $50, I've been able to make some kind of cool videos lately, or fun ones anyway.
Hey, what was it you said on the end of the Peggy one?
What's that? I missed that.
Sorry, he might have to mute his. I said he has to mute his audio. I said what was it you said on the end of the Peggy one? See ya.
Oh yeah.
Do it again, Joe. See ya.
Yep. You can. I said you can justify it as about as much as you can justify this. Bye.
Oh, that's it. Bye. I think you were making us laugh before we went live about this bit of software.
Yeah. Well, you know what's so funny is, to do something like what I'm doing here is so simple. It requires like some green paint or a green blanket. That's it. That's all you need. And
well,
you know, the green screen thing, we've all heard of that. We all understand kind of what that is, but it's a lot different than just that. There's, I mean, if I go to the, I guess what I'm saying is I can do so much while I'm even live.
how long have you had it for now, Joe?
Just like 2 weeks probably.
Yeah, well, there you go.
See that?
It's impressive already.
Here's the other one. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, cool.
But you can, I can get rid of that. I mean, I can change things so quickly and easily. That I've actually been able to use it to try to show some of the stuff that I've been seeing in the Bible. Because I can have a video playing in the background while I'm talking about it or reading something or whatever, you know what I mean? So it works good for a visual aid. So.
Hey, Joe, go explain to us what you think, how they do the water.
Oh, I should, yeah. This actually worked pretty good to kind of show you that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a paper bowl, like a paper bowl. And I took, and the bottom, let's see here. I'm going to get rid of the green screen for a second. I'm giving away all my secrets. The bottom of it, I painted green. It's not the right color green, so it's not going to work very, very good, but I just did this just for an example. So when I turn it back on, it's not the right color, so you can still see it, but imagine if there's a rim on the bowl there, there's that rim. So if I tipped it like this and I filled that rim with water, so there was like a ring of water inside of there, what would that look like on camera? Do you know what I mean? What would that look? I guess what I'm saying is this green screen or this software has taught me just simple things that they can do to pull off all those things.
Magic.
And here's what I believe.
Water. Never thought that that's how they were doing it.
I don't know how. See, like half of me says that, but then the other half of me wants to say, oh, but there's so much footage of them floating around up there, like shuttle footage and stuff, all the way back to like the 70s. There's piles and hours. They didn't fake all that footage. So half of me is like, oh, you know, I get like pulled both ways. But when I really think about it, I know that there's devils involved. So that I don't believe a single thing those astronauts say. Because I don't even know if they're astronauts. They might be devils.
Sorry to interrupt you, Joe. How long have we had green screen technology?
I don't know. I mean,
it's
quite
been
a while.
Around for it's been around for quite a while. But I mean, how long have they? Or when I said they, I mean, it's been available before we had available to us. You know, so.
And if we are considering like celestial beings, angels or fallen angels, or you know, these type of things, if we're considering those, we have to remember that this technology probably came from them. So they have had this. Basically they're smarter than we are. They live in a different.
Joe, they've had it a lot longer than we have, so they've been using it for years
That's what I mean. And they're not human beings. They're celestial beings, and they're not even bound by time, I don't think. So what I'm saying, I mean, when they come to the earth, I think they are, just like anybody else. But in their world, you know how people say about the sun, oh, it doesn't change its angular size throughout the day. Well, if Earth was flat and if the sun was circling over our head and if it was a physical object in the sky, they have a good point there saying that the sun doesn't change its size, yet it's above our heads, it's that far away, but then when it disappears, it's that far away. It's a different distance or whatever. What I'm saying is, I think there's some valid points made, but I know the Earth's flat because water's flat. So when we look at both those things together, I say, well, the sun, it can be noon where I am, and the sun can be right above my head. And my brother lives in Florida, 1,800 miles away. And it's a little bit different. It's Eastern, but basically the sun's in the same part of the sky for him. So then you go, oh, well, it's got to be far away then, because 1,800 miles is really far. Well, especially if you're on a globe, it's going to look like real far. But yeah, there's so many things that people assume and say that, and they don't know these things, like the South Pole or whatever the pole, not the pole star, but whatever they say that is. And I'm like, you know what? You cannot stand in two places at once. You can't stand and look at the North Star and see that southern region. It's just too far away. Like, it's not, to me, you can only be one place at one time. So what are you talking about proving anything? Because we could take a picture from two places, that's proof. But there's too many assumptions made. You know what I mean? We're going to find out all of this stuff like now, because it's all just being revealed to us. If we're not,
it makes a bit of a difference when things are in the sky, because when you start going up even a bit, that sees for further and further. It just does than if you were standing on land. So it may not be that far away, but from up there, you can see it further.
Well, and we don't really know, like the image behind me right now. We don't really. The only way we know what things look like from up there that we know are from balloons. You know what I mean? Or I guess rockets, but because they have cameras on them that point down. But what I'm getting at is, we don't know what happens when you get to the firmament, when you get to the edge, the end of this earth, or whatever you want to call it, the place where there isn't any more earth on the other side. It's like a different world or a different realm or a different dimension, if you will. It isn't the same physical place as Earth. So when me and my brother both see the sun in the same spot in the sky, and I still say the sun's only 70 miles or so up there, or that's where the firmament is. Like that, you don't go any higher than that until
50 miles. Agree with you, and everything's inside that.
Yes, everything's inside that. And what we imagine to be an expanse of space that the stars are just sitting in, or whatever, or what we've been taught, that isn't an expanse of space. It's more like a TV screen than it is an expanse of space. But it is another world.
It's not very real, is it, Joe? Because they've got a program like yours that maybe they spend $150 on. Well,
they can spend $150 every second and still have a ton of money for the. You know what I mean? I can't imagine this stuff.
Can I just say one thing? My favourite one so far has been the one with the astronauts upside down, but they weren't upside down.
Oh, I got another one I was going to share too. I'll have to set it up a little later or whatever. But
getting them to sort of all dance around, and that girl upside down, she's so funny.
The one with the hair.
Yes, and then when you actually got them upside down, they weren't upside down at all.
They were just sitting like lawn chairs.
Yeah,
that's actually the one I'm talking about. That's the one I won't be in the right spot, but I'll show it to you right here. That is the one I'm talking about, with 4 astronauts, right? And the cable guy.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Where did I put that one? I'll find it here.
Horry, your other content. Oh no, he likes being on the car in space, doesn't he? Horry.
Yeah. That was one of the coolest ideas ever. I gotta find this here because I made it just for this show here. You're talking about this one.
I mirrored it. Yeah.
Right? Here. I had it in a different spot. I had the camera pointing in a different spot, and I was gonna be this window right here. I was just gonna hang out over there like this, you know. But I'm like, no, I'll get up closer with the cupola. So, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Like this morning, I went live on Facebook, and I was just talking about a couple Bible verses, and it was like, to have this software, I mean, was so useful because I can do visual aid. I can, like, if I'm talking about something, I just show a picture of it. You know what I mean? Or a video of it if I really want to. Oh yeah, did you see my Soyuz launch? Where I had the helmet. Helmet on. And I was like, I don't know if this is such a good idea, you guys.
I think another good thing is that it enables you to be able to better see, like, you know, how things are done. You know, we can see. Oh, you know, I mean, those that didn't know how green screen technology worked could see when you turned it off. You know, and we could see that little hole you'd made. You know, because until you see that, it's like, well, how does it work? You know, but yeah, I mean.
Like I'm switching the background again, but I got a different one now. Like when I go like this, you can see, oh, that's pretty simple. What he's doing, he cut a circle in a piece of cardboard and put some cloth on it. I could have just painted it, but I don't have any paint. But yeah, just a cardboard, you know what I mean? And that gives me something that I can hang on to or whatever. But it is good for people to see this, because they can see how the layering I mean, how is it that you don't see my hands here? You know what I'm saying? Now you know. It's very clear when I click this what's happening. Or I actually got the wrong video there, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good point.
There you go. Clean the window.
Yeah. I got to see.
There's a bolt there. It's loose. Now's your chance. Loose bolt. Now's your chance.
I don't know if you guys saw the video where I was playing Neil Armstrong. I'm like, you guys, what are we here for?
Yeah.
Too funny, yeah.
Well.
It is fun. I've just been having fun with it, just kind of like goofing around. You guys should see how many clips. I have so many clips that people would probably want to see. Me just like where I just hit record and I was testing it, but some of them are funny. Now I can't find the one. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. That's probably why.
I think Astro left and come back, but we still can't hear him. I'm not sure if we can hear him at all now.
Does he still have headphones on or in?
I'm going to close Chrome and restart it, which he did, but still can't hear you. I'll put a right to him.
That is weird.
Yeah, because, always like.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, the other day, I lost my speakers, and luckily Horry was. He took my speakers off and put my speakers back on.
Oh.
Anyway, Horry's going to join us in about 15 minutes.
Nice.
So you'll probably have a Tesla car, a car, and the ISS space station.
It's all set for you to dock, Horry. Whenever you get here.
Two different, what are they called? Compartments. What are they called?
I'm in the cupola, or I'm out of the cupola.
Yeah, but different, you know, the segments that they have, the different, I forget the word.
Oh, I'll be right back.
I feel a little bit bad for Keith, though, that he hasn't managed to sort his audio out.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Keith? See, everybody can hear Keith, but he can't hear us.
We can hear you, Keith, but yeah.
We can hear you, but...
Hello?
Hello? Oh, it's very frustrating for him. Wait a minute, hang on a second, Joe.
I just there's so many fun things you can do. The helmet was nice too.
Hello?
Face. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you.
I hope you can hear us.
But he can't hear us.
Well, I just changed the setting. Can you still hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you. Damn. Bit frustrating there, but
No. What I think I may be able to do is I can listen to you from the video, and so maybe we can do it like that. If you want to start.
okay, listen in. We are live already, Keith.
Keith, if you can hear me, which hopefully you can, if you try to unplug your headphone or your headset and then hop out of the Hangout and hop back in without the headset plugged in, that might fix it, but it might not. I'm not sure. But I've had the same trouble with my headset and have had to jump out and then jump back in, and just with the computer speakers. And I don't know why, but that's happened to me before.
To him, hopefully he'll be able to see that. Just saying, there was a sort of you are a bit annoyed with it all, aren't you? Though, with the amount of mistakes and things you can find, aren't you?
Yes, but you know what's more annoying than the actual mistakes, because they're kind of funny that they actually put that stuff out. Like they'll put some of these things out and they'll leave them for us to find. And I'm like, you didn't even watch the video before you uploaded it or what? You know, doesn't make sense. But what really frustrates me, and I guess I've learned that this is to be expected, and this is just the way that it is going to be. But it's not, it's a frustrating way, but it's just the way that it is going to be, is that people can't hear us the way that we would like them to be able to hear us. And so when we, you know, that video I made on Facebook with, where the guy comes onto the screen like that, you know, he's like a slide, like a layer or whatever it looks like. CGI, I'll just say, it looks fake. And then all of a sudden there's a guy there interviewing. When they do something like that, that just, and Mike Helmick is probably the first guy that pointed all of this out. And like specifically with pointed it out what they are doing. And the level of it, like the level of technology, I don't know how far it goes. We don't know. I think it goes beyond what humans are even going to be able to, you know, to figure out. I think it's even further
very
than that.
Marve says it looks like he's looping. Is this live?
Oh, it might be looping. Live looping, yeah. That's a new thing now on the ISS, live looping.
Hey, there's Keith again trying.
Astral King, are you there, brother?
Astro King. Flat Earth calling Astro King.
This is the ISS.
I can hear you now.
With astronauts Joe Hill.
All right.
You're there.
Yeah.
Hey, good evening, Keith. Well done for persevering.
Yeah, I've had to put the internet through my phone, but otherwise, yeah, that might have been what it was.
Well, I'm very glad that you can join us. Robin's in the chat room. Well, he was just a minute ago. Hooray! Horry's going to join in a minute, and he's got something like Joe's, and we'll talk a bit more about that. But as Astro King's here, you're an amateur astronomer.
Yep. Although I haven't done a great deal sort of like recently, but yeah, that is like one of my interests.
It's same as Joe, although Joe is on the outside of the ISS space station right now. He does masses of work with his camera, and he's got a telescope.
I have a lot of fun with it.
Do you want to explain a little bit to Keith, and then Keith tell us a bit more about himself?
I have my favorite one is a I don't remember what, Orion, I think it's Orion. It's a Dobsonian 8-inch mirror or reflector, and it's a 4-foot focal length. And I look through an eyepiece with a Sony Handycam that I have, video camera, and get some pretty sweet images coming through it. It takes a little while to get it. I made all the parts that hold the camera on there, and so to get it all lined up perfectly, and so that you can still function the camera while you're there's a lot of different things. But I've gotten some pretty cool videos of some of the stars, and I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, my main interest was quite a few years ago. My brother's got a telescope, and we used to use that to look at the stars and the moon and all the planets. So I just found it sort of like interesting. But the things I think with the ISS, I do think a lot of it is all faked. I think the more sort of like the more recent it is, I think the more sort of like fake stuff that there is. So I think some of the older stuff might be real, but you know, I'm always doubting things now. There's so much fakery about that. I can't really tell, I think.
I like how you said that. It's the same exact way that I feel. I can't really tell. I don't know. Because some of it, almost like you said, some of it almost has to be genuine. Even especially the older videos from the 80s, the shuttle videos and stuff, those are done with old video cameras. I'm just saying that there's people floating around in a shuttle. I think that as far as real goes, it would depend on what we consider real. Is it real if if a devil or a fallen angel makes themselves appear to be an astronaut and make a video and send that data down to NASA? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of being general, but I'm just saying, if NASA's data from all these satellites, and not just NASA, but all these weather outfits and all these people putting up satellites, with communications data and stuff, are all these people just basically getting their data from fallen angels? I don't know. But that's one of the things that I've considered.
They look pretty weird, don't they, when they're hanging there? They almost look like they've got a coat hanger put through their top and they're hanging on something.
And they've got wires. Like that one where the two are upside down and the two are right side up. And the guy, he does the flip, and then you can clearly see the guy grab a cable of some sort and pulls the guy over. And to me, so maybe when you go in the firmament, I don't think men can go in the firmament. Jesus said they can't. Jesus said no man ascends up into heaven or up to heaven. So I'm like, I believe him. So I'm just saying, to me, how many astronauts have there been? Like, is it like 300 and something have been to the ISS? And I think that's a very small number.
That's still a lot.
But there are 200 fallen angels. I'm just saying that I think they could do this easily. Like, we see the ISS as being fast, right? 17,000 miles an hour. Have you ever seen a shooting star go across the sky? ISS is like slow motion for these guys. You know what I mean? Because they are stars. They're like fallen stars or whatever, fallen angels.
We don't even know what they are anymore. If we're in an enclosed system, then they're not really coming from outside. So what are they?
they're the stars of God, or they're angels, literally angels, angelic beings. And I didn't know this till recently. I mean, but in the end, in Revelation, there's war in heaven, and Satan and his angels fight with Michael and his angels, and Michael wins, kicks him out of heaven, and that's when all the people go up. So it's like, to me, that's what I believe. But there's a lot of other things that people believe. But I just think there's one thing that always goes through my head is lean not on our own understanding. And I'm like, these last few years, I've learned how important that little phrase is right there.
I do that, Jeff. They've got to fake it, though. There's something wrong, isn't there?
It's like, to me...
Hey, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just thinking...
At the beginning. This is Joe in the ISS space station, and the other person is Astral. And me.
I'm here ready for you, or I'm listening.
Yeah, Astroking, he was talking more about, he's watched eclipses and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah. I used to be interested in sort of like the solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, sort of like just watching the planets and the stars and that sort of thing. But one of the things it occurs to me, if I was an astronaut, I would be sort of like scared of what's all the stuff going about, and you don't see any of that.
Yeah.
It's like happy people doing about sort of like normal things.
I would get claustrophobic. Yeah, like I would freak out.
You just raised a very good point there, Keith. I've also considered that, that they're in an environment that's, I mean, basically they could die any second, seriously, any second, and I mean, you're not at home. There's nothing homely about that place. I mean, why don't they have seats, for God's sake? Why don't they, whenever they get interviewed, they're stood there like some flipping floating retard, Why don't they have seats? I would have nice bucket seats in there, at least, something very comfortable.
Well, they sleep,
you know what I'm saying?
Up, don't they? Because there's no way up or wrong. So they sleep basically against the wall in a sleeping bag.
Everything that they do, it has to, I mean, and if you look at it, it's true. But every single thing that they do and all the things that they point out, they point out all these things, and they're all to uphold the lie. They are. Like why do you think they play with water so much?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they want you to forget about the flat water that you already know about.
They want you to believe in, weightlessness.
Yeah, they want you to believe in weightlessness, and that's so important to them because of the orbit situation. They have to have something orbiting, and in order to have a globe, in order for something to orbit, it has to be a globe. So what I'm saying is that, like, when the sun, I compare it with the sun, the ISS, I mean, when you have this, the sun can be visible from in my sky straight up, let's say, and my brother's 1,800 miles away straight up at the same time, or close to the same time or whatever. Yet I don't think that it's much higher than like 70 miles. That's where the edge of space is like 70 miles. So what I'm getting at is, I think that the ISS has no problem showing up orbiting a globe because it's not a realm that we understand. We can see everything going on up there. Like, we can see all the lights from all over the place. You have to be like on opposite sides of Earth in order to not be able to see the stars that you can see in the north or the south. You know what I mean? You have to go very far. Like very, very far. Like from one end to the other, really. And people want to use that as some kind of proof of a globe. Polaris, like the stars move in the night sky, not us. The stars do. And if you put a camera out there, you don't have to move the camera to get the stars to go across the viewfinder. But I want to hear what Astro. I already forgot.
Astroking.
Yeah, Astral King. I want to hear what he's got to say.
Keith.
Well, sort of like yeah, it's Keith. I don't think what's outside the Earth can show what's happening on the Earth. I don't think a lot of people seem to think, well, just by looking what's up, they can tell exactly what's going on when it's sort of like down on the Earth. I don't get that. I think you've got to have so many assumptions about that, and I think it's all confusing.
I agree.
What equipment have you got then that you did your solar eclipses with and things? Have you got a telescope?
No, I haven't got a telescope myself, but sort of back years ago, I was interested, and I went to I went to this solar eclipse in it was 91. I can't remember now. It's quite a few years ago. Hawaii, USA. So that was, you know, I went all around America at that time, at the same time. But and one of the things was to actually see the solar eclipse there, and you know, I just find it's so much of a sight to see something like that. It's a shame that you don't get many actually in the UK.
Hey, Astro, just look at the screen right now. Joe's caught there on the eclipse last year.
Sorry?
Do you see the screen right now? That's what Joe caught on the eclipse last year.
Talk. Do I have to talk and then it'll be on the bigger screen? I haven't been watching.
Yeah, I fixed it on you because Astro King we were talking about eclipses and then your eclipse came up.
Yeah, that's why I pulled it up. I wanted to show it to him.
Do you see that, Astro King?
I have in the middle of the screen.
Hold on.
Just look at Joe's. Just press Joe's icon at the bottom if it's not already showing on the screen.
All I can see is an icon for Joe at the moment.
Oh, really? Yeah, he might not have enough, whatever it is, to maybe turn your band. I don't know. It might be his bandwidth or something. Joe's just showing an eclipse from.
Hold on, yeah, because I turned the audio.
I can let me start it over.
No. Oh, it's my end, I'm sure.
It should start. It should be in like a minute. Oh, I did the wrong thing.
I switched to audio only because I was having problems earlier.
Oops, wrong image. Sorry.
So you can't see it at all then, Astro King?
No, because I switched to audio only. I'm sure if I wait, it will come up.
Okay. So you don't see that on the screen. Well, if you watch the video, you'll see I had it in the background going. Now I've got
it'll probably come up.
There, it should be on there again now. And I gotta fix my oops, that ain't right. I'm still learning how to do some of this. See how I can't get rid of that part of the screen right now?
You're doing good, Joe.
So that star right there, whoops, I'll just put myself
going over your head.
That star right there, it has like a green thing in the middle. It's weird. It is weird. It looks like an eyeball or something. Oh, let me get out of the way. Oh, wow, my screen's all showing up and everything. But yeah, I zoomed in on it. This was August 21st.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Is that cloud?
The fire or whatever right there?
Yeah, is that clouds? And it just looks that color because, you know, that's what happens when the sunlight can do that to clouds, can't it? I'm just asking.
There wasn't really any clouds at this time. Oh, you mean like that glare coming off of there?
No, the red bit. That
I think that's just the heat of the sun. I think that I don't know if it's, I don't think it's fire. I think it's like Mike Helmick has a good idea on that. I think it's like plasma, or it's like
electroplasma or something, isn't it?
Something electric that I don't know, but there's electromagnetic, maybe. I don't know. But all I do know is that if the sun was 93 million miles away and that flame or whatever that was there, how come we can see it? It just doesn't make any sense. We can't see that far. 93 million miles. Where's Saturn?
Miles.
And you know what? Here's another thing I was thinking of. Saturn, the one that we just seen with the ring around it. I got to get out of here. This is, I don't know what I'm doing. Think about this once. Okay.
They I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to say neither does NASA. I couldn't get off quick.
See, you can see through the moon. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to learn a lot in the next, well, we are learning a lot right now about our world, I guess. And I'm learning a lot about CGI.
1000 is then, just asking.
Oh, what was that?
How much better is the P1000 to the 900?
I love it so far. I haven't used it all that much, but I love that it has focus on, it has a big, you know, on the, I can show you right here, this this ring right here that turns, that's for focus. So this is a bracket I made to mount it, but so when you're zoomed way out, you used to have to like turn this button right here or hit this side switch, and now you can just kind of touch it with your hand and focus it. It works awesome. That's my favorite part about it, and the zoom is really good too. I mean, I think it is I think better than the P900, but as far as for the money goes, might be better off getting a P900 because it's not the 2160, but you know what I mean? The 1080 is almost the same. I mean, unless you're watching on a huge screen or, you know, trying to like analyze a video or something like that. There's the dragon capsule. I'm just goofing around. I'll find something good for the background and then I'll probably leave it for a little while. I'll go back to the cupola because that was kind of cool.
Astro King, you've been coming in our chat room a lot lately. So what made you become, what was it about that you became a flat earther?
I think it's like a lot of other people. I've been looking into conspiracy stuff, and I was looking into consciousness as well, and all sorts of stuff. And sort of like one day I come across all the flat earth videos, and if it just one particular day I was like getting bombarded with flat earth stuff, and I thought, well, there's definitely something going on here. And that was the moment. I think I don't think it was actually watching the videos. It was the fact that I realized there were so many people interested in it, and I think that's when I sort of like made the leap. And after that, I did start to watch more of the stuff and more of it. And
what year was that?
It was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, the wake up that most of us got 2 years ago. Mine's, I suppose actually mine might be 3 years ago, January. Yeah, 3 years in January mine was. But this 2-3 year mark is when most people seem to wake up.
Well, I didn't really get into YouTube until about 2 years ago anyway, so I didn't really sort of like use it much. But that was when I first started to use YouTube a lot, and yeah, you know, I was looking into so much stuff at the time, and yeah, that's what's sort of like made me believe in all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. So the eclipses. What was it about eclipses then? If you were chasing them all over America?
Well, I only went and saw one, but yeah, that was enough for me. Sort of like climbing up a mountain and hoping that the clouds would break, and as it was going up, it was still cloudy, and we reached the top of the sort of like the mountain area, and yeah, the clouds began to break, and the solar eclipse began to start. So yeah, I was really lucky.
Was it a full solar eclipse like the one that
Yeah,
Joe was showing?
yeah, it was a full solar eclipse.
Did it look different up the mountain?
Yeah, you get sort of like the atmosphere is clearer. It was on one of the mountains where there's a observatory as well. So yeah, they use it. I'm not sure the actual height, but it's pretty high up and had a clear view. And yeah, it's a sight to behold. I think if anyone's seen one, it's like that they won't forget.
Well, I think obviously it's changed Joe hasn't it? It's changed your mind about things, seeing your eclipse, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, I guess I was flat earther before that August one, but so that's probably why I went. I drove like 350 miles to go see it. But
Did you?
Yeah, 300 miles.
What was yours though? You saw the shadow. What was the one where you saw the shadow?
Are you mean the one I just played in the background, or a different one?
No, Umbra Pump. I can't say it now. No.
Oh, that was the same. That was the same day, same one. Where you're saying where the shadow passed over, and I had the camera pointed up.
Yeah, and the sun went all weird.
Yeah, that was the same day. And yeah, you can clearly see that the shadow is a very distinct edged shadow in that video. It was just like a 10-second time lapse. And yeah, it almost looks like there's a lens being put over and then taken off or something. The edges are very sharp. So these pictures that we see. Oh, go ahead.
The eclipse. It almost looks the same as if it's in an eclipse, but it wasn't.
I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking of the same thing.
Yeah, you just had the shadow going across. The sun went all weird, as if it's kind of what it looks like when it's in eclipse, but it wasn't in an eclipse. You just had a shadow.
I'm trying to. Was it a time lapse?
Yeah.
I think that was the eclipse, and then maybe because that was a GoPro. So the if it's the one I'm thinking of, that was a Go. Actually, I could probably set it up to play it in the background while we're talking here. It'll just take a second.
Go on, man.
But I think that's some of the best footage I've ever taken of anything, is that 10-second time lapse of just the clouds going over and the eclipse, and then when it was over with, because you can see how many clouds pass by, like behind me here. I'm just kidding. You can see the clouds pass by during the 2.5 minute, the minute of totality or whatever.
It's Horry Sheet.
Hey,
yeah.
Horry.
Say that Horry's joined us as well.
Hi, brother. Oh, I'm Patricia too.
Hey, Patricia. Her
How's it
internet's
going, Karen, Astral, and who's that with us talking?
Astral King.
Keith.
And
What
Joe,
is it?
I've never met you before, but I'm friends on Facebook.
Hey, man. Oh, cool. What's your name?
Joe Hill.
Joe Hill. How's it going, man? Cool. I like what you got. No, I like that. I've been checking that out for the past minute or so. I really like that.
Yeah,
the weather seems to be a whole lot better over there.
Yeah, it looks like you've got a little combat going on there.
Yeah, I got this asteroid field. You know, I had to upgrade to a battleship. I'm in my.
Isn't that called? Isn't that called dimethyltryptamine? There, what you've got in the background.
Perhaps it's large chunks of it as we pass through what looks like Epronium 5. That oh, never mind. I've been doing some space plotting, but
Roger
stuff. Yeah,
Roger.
yeah. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, well, Astroking is an amateur astronomer, and so basically is Joe. But then Joe now is into like this green screen. Well, he's in the ISS, and you've got the car.
I stole his car once.
Oh,
you remember that?
That's
I think.
right. You did. That's right. And
What is that? Grand Theft Auto?
Karen, how'd you get us both on the same show? This is bad.
this could be bad.
Is it called Grand Theft Auto when you steal someone else's car?
I didn't remember it was you.
Yeah, I vacuumed the thing out and you know, shined it up, waxed it up before I brought it home. I thought you wouldn't have a problem with it. Oh, you muted yourself.
You muted, Horry.
The exterior was in mint condition, but the interior.
That wasn't me, man. That you said something. That wasn't me. That was not me.
All right.
That must have been the guy that brought it back to you or something.
Oh,
a bit smelly, was it?
That's Horry and Joe's. I said
Horry had to get the carpet clean.
What's that, Karen? Yes.
I said Horry, the video of you know, the man who slides in and slides out, slides in, and what did you reckon it was, Horry?
Well, you know, it's nothing I could probably go into any more detail other than that here on your show. So, unless you want to tell me what you reckon it was.
Horry, you naughty boy! I wasn't talking about that kind of thing. The video of Joe's, I sent you a copy, and you thought that maybe because I said, obviously Joe thought it was you know, CGI or whatever he put, and you said, oh no, it's this.
Oh gosh, what was going on in that video? Oh, that guy. Yes, that was basically just a simple crossfade transition from one video to the other. Similar to how I can do this right here, I guess, in a way, which just fades.
Oh, nice.
Got yeah, the asteroid belt is finally gone. I can get in the Tesla like this, but so this is just a regular fade, but from his it was a left to right line vertical line fade, and it just one video to the next. Now, if they were saying it was live and uncut and it's unedited and unscrewed with,
are you talking about that? Are you talking about that video on ISS or whatever, or something else?
Yeah, the guy ISS. Is that what you're talking about, Karen?
Yeah, your one, Joe. When
okay.
When what's her name leaves and she's panning out, and then someone.
I'll put that up in the background if I can find it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
It's great to be in space with you guys.
Give us some money.
Yeah, just kicking back with a couple of astronauts.
Can you see it, Joe? Or Horry, can you see Joe? Joe, can you see Horry?
Yeah, well, not visually. He's on the other side of the globe.
Yeah, that's what's.
Let's see. Oh no, that's not the file.
That's not what they're shooting at. Is it? That's not what they're shooting at out there, is it? There's quite a war going on around me. I gotta tell you that.
Yeah, it looks like you're.
I'm not used to this.
You're in the rough part of town.
All right, I gotta get back. Clear the cupola. I'm coming back.
Oh, cupola's good.
Cupola's good.
Yeah. I still can't find my.
You know, actually, Karen, he's just way on the other end of this battleship, I believe. Ain't that right, Joe? At some point, we should be able to get in the same
straight line, eye to eye. Yeah.
We can get in this. We can get in the same capsule at some point. It's just gonna take a little work, but it's not gonna take a whole lot of work.
Cool. I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, I've already done it.
What's the guy that he was wearing a lab coat? I forgot his name.
That was just Jack.
Just Jack, yeah. I was watching you guys goof around, and he was in a different place than you were in, and you guys were able to do that.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
It's super easy.
Super easy, he says.
Horry's got the inside of the space station, and you're on the outside.
Let me in.
Yeah, I'm about to go through this ring here. This is one of those stargates we've all been hearing about. And,
you're in the windows, remember?
It looks like you're in like a newer version Millennium Falcon there. With the extra big windows.
It's the SS Horry Juggernaut. Oh man, I'm seeing stars. That sneeze was intense. It's either that or I'm hitting one of these radiation belts that they've been talking about.
I can tell you what it is. I'll put a picture up. I gotta show you what it is. You know what it is already, I think.
What?
Well, I gotta find it, and I'm kind of slow sometimes finding it. Oh, it's something like this, I think.
All right, what's that? There you go. Oh,
I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better. Oh, that's perfect.
That's for Matthew Allen, or
I like that.
Swan.
That is fun.
Yeah. So this software that I got is called SparkoSoft. $50.
SparkoSoft.
Yeah, I was trying to find something for live streaming with the DSLR, just to live stream through my telescope and stuff. And I came across it, and they had a free version with a big watermark on it. I'm like, well, try it out. And I was like, it's like basic, but I tried it out, just with the watermark, and I was pretty impressed with it, so I bought it.
Okay, so you're using what kind of DSLR?
This is a D5000 right here. This is like, I don't know. What I've done with it so far, I'm not very impressed with. Actually, I'm not at all impressed with. It's an older camera.
Well, no, like what are you filming on right now? What I'm right now you're not using that.
Just a webcam, Logitech HD 1080p. It's like it's a pretty nice webcam.
Yeah, that's really all you need to do live streams. I'm just using a Brio on 1080p. And it seems to pick up the green screen really well. I should turn off this overhead light actually because it's too warm, but it's
the lighting and I probably don't even have all the right. I went to the fabric store to Walmart and bought a bunch of green fabric they had. It was cheap too. Like you can tear it. It's like a napkin. It's weird, but it's green.
Wow. Oh, well, interesting.
Whatever works. It was $12.
Cool. Oh, I'm going in my Stargate right now.
Oh, are you getting over that? I have to check that out here.
I'm about to go straight on into the Stargate now.
Did you find that bit you were looking for, Joe, that you were going to show us?
Oh, I was working on it and then I forgot. I will find it here now.
I never know where I'm going.
It was one inside the ISS with, I know which one. I just got to find it here. Let's see.
I just want to hear, I want to ask you a question on it, a question or two, and see where we are on that. Okay. Oh.
It'll take me a second to find it here.
Is that, what planet is that? I don't know.
Ask Keith.
To different planets.
Keith's an astronomer, so Keith.
What's that, Beetlejuice?
Is that Beetlejuice? That's one of Jupiter's moons. Now this game is incredible. Actually, it's so like I don't know if there's an end or anything to it. You can go anywhere you want. It seems to be.
What's it called?
It's called X Rebirth, and I used to play it before I was a flat earther. But I mean, you can have your own little ship buildings and any kind of building you want, you can make, and it's like you could have ships running here to buy this and sell in here to make a profit, and going all around these different
missions,
galaxies. Right? Missions, there's all kind of stuff.
I think maybe my friend has that game. Does it look really familiar? Like the
Whoa.
back. I'm still looking.
Flat Earth dude. Hi, Flat Earth dude.
Hello
Flat
there.
Earth dude. Hey.
What's up, Horry?
Well,
cool,
we're in a hole in the ISS space station with Joe, although he was on the outside of the ISS space station just a minute ago. And then we've got Horry, who's in Horry.
Hi, what's up, man?
Hi, Flat Earth dude. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, Astral?
Good. And Astral.
Uh-oh.
Cool, man. I'm in the shop working, hanging out. Thought I'd jump on and see what's going on, man.
How's it going?
We're having fun. We're in space, actually, dude.
I'm where?
We're out in space, really, aren't we? Because we're in these space.
Okay.
This is a SAMFU
You guys
ISS
wanna see my
space
spaceship?
edition today.
There's my spaceship. That's my spaceship.
That's your spaceship?
Yeah. I don't know if this is the right video or not. Well, I know it's the right video, but let me get out of this screen here. How do I get rid of myself?
I'm not
you don't have to. It just looks so funny. Oh, brilliant!
Okay,
I love it.
I've got you at the moment. That's it. Or just the top of your head.
There we go.
Yay!
Oops.
All right.
The bottom right corner isn't right, but whatever. So,
so this is.
Are we going to dissect this video now?
All right. Let me ask you a question. First of all, tell me what this is. Is this live? Is this pre-recorded? What did they tell us it was at the time they were showing it?
It was live.
Video or live?
It was
It was
live.
live. That's what they were saying it was.
Yeah, because they had her. She did an interview first, and it was like 5 minutes long, and we should be able to see the end of her interview. This is actually, I think I grabbed the wrong video. I got one where it shows it a bunch of times. I just got to find it. But to me, like, she is in that room and he's not. Like, they added him to the room when she's really in the room. I don't really know that, but that could be way wrong. But that's just what it looks like to me.
Look at her angle. Look at her body angle.
When she goes off screen, though, if you look to the right where it says like 4085 below that laptop, she puts her hand on that and kind of pushes off of it. And to me, that looks like she's in that room. But I don't know. I mean,
dude, I could do this. I could do this on a fake green hammock.
She's got her foot on the floor, by the way. But carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, a hammock. Exactly.
Yeah.
A hammock.
Well, she's fixing a strap under her butt right now. Look.
Yeah, they're always doing something. I'm still looking for that video. I'm not very organized in my.
It's okay, Joe. Well,
I'll find it.
Take your time, man. Yeah, the angle. Her angle is really.
I think you said about 5 minutes in, didn't you?
Yeah, it's 5. Yeah, let's see if this might be the one.
You know, those flags, I know that they've got air conditioning and ventilation and stuff, right? And those flags behind her are waving, but her hair isn't moving at all, is it? I mean, just have a look at that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. I froze, didn't I?
Yeah, it froze on us.
Yeah, you have a little bit, Joe.
I put the wrong file in there, so it just sits. It has to be a Windows Media video in order to play back there. So sorry, I'll put this there instead. How's that? This one here on this video that I'm playing right now, you guys have seen this for sure. That shows what objects were actually in the room moving. There's like
I'm melting.
Yeah, what do you think of that one, Harry? Where they all kind of dissolve?
It really seems to lend a lot of credit to them being on layers. It really does, because it seems like a lot of the things that are actually moving in their same layer with them is what's doing this glitch along with them.
That's what I noticed. Like that frame.
Like that frame, exactly.
Hey,
And maybe some wires, but I don't know if any of the wires are really moving other than them in that frame. You're right. And something in the top right corner, maybe.
There's like just something small to the left. Looks like a drawer coming out, but it, it's. I really don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. It needs more dissecting and looking for that specifically. Yeah, that's.
And I've got links to all these screw ups that they have. I got links to them all. I just.
Oh man, if you got a notepad document, send me what you got.
I will,
and I'll look it over because I want to add stuff to my folder, and I'll probably upload my folder and show it to you, and you can pick from stuff that's in it too. Yeah.
Oh, is this the one?
Astrid,
you put
something then.
Yeah,
I was going to say, put a link in the.
Wait a minute, Astral King.
Yeah, I was going to say, like a few minutes, sort of back in that video, it looks like she's pushing her hand down on a seat, which isn't there. If you look like she's sitting in a hammock, she actually puts her hand down onto the seat and pushes herself up a bit.
Right. Yeah.
Well, he's hopefully going to show that bit again. He's just going to show his clip of it.
I just got to find it. I'm doing searches right now.
That's something I might want to take and just put it back out on the internet and say, hey, fix it in your seat.
Yeah.
Show people. I didn't catch that before. It's just something I noticed while I was looking at it just now.
You know what I've noticed is if you take any ISS video, like an interview, if you watch it twice and if you've got eyes to see, there's stuff in these videos everywhere. I mean, little things, and a lot of people would say, oh, that's nothing. But
yeah, and you can see the dupers' delight, like all written all over their faces. I mean, it's easy.
Almost a lot of it just seems like, to me, the more I think about it, the more I just think that these guys are like, they're not humans. It's the only way they can keep that.
Well, I'm wondering whether they're all computer generated, which is why they don't look quite so human, because I've put videos out where they managed to do that. They can make Michael Jackson, they can make Trump, they can make them all say the same words.
Oh yeah. That, to me, I don't know if that's, I don't know. Like, I don't think they can do quite that much, like to generate a real looking person from not a person, but some of them are pretty convincing though. They, like, some of the stuff they do is pretty crazy. I'm still looking, guys.
They're only standing on a green screen, aren't they? Wherever they are. If they're real, then they're just on a green screen.
Yeah.
And that's just all digitally done.
The thing that's going through my mind is the Book of Enoch, and it says in there that they make themselves appear as men when they wish. And to me, I'm like, they're in heaven, like imprisoned in heaven, these fallen angels. And at the end of time, the end of the world, they are going to be fighting a battle up in heaven. I mean, look at SpaceX up there. Oh, and then it says in the Bible, in Revelation 2, there's a guy or a beast that's going to make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Well, that's Elon Musk. It's like we're living out these days. Like, all the prophecies are coming true. And I mean, we've obviously uncovered the biggest lie that's ever been told. And there's thousands of us that are against it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how many people. There's a lot of people that know that it's tomfoolery,
Joe, just very quickly, in Messenger, I've sent you a copy of that video. Obviously, I put music on it, but it's your video and you don't have the music on.
I would have to convert it. I'd have to convert it to Windows Media Video. Let me, I'm just looking still. I'll find it for sure. I just, I have like so many copies of so when I see the thumbnails, I'm not sure which video it is till I'll find it though. Because I know I didn't believe it.
It's all incredible, really, that none of us saw it before, really. And now when you look at it,
it's this right here, I think. Oh, here we go. I found it. Let me get rid of this little section down here. It's bugging me. Whoops.
Where did he pop up from?
That's exactly the thing. And this is all one continuous shot. So she goes off screen and they're like, okay, we're done with that interview. And then see how she pushes off of that fabric thing there below that computer? That's the only thing that makes me think that she's actually in that room. But that could be fake too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
resize him and stuff, you know. I mean, yeah, that's
just
it just does not look normal.
Look at the flags.
That thing there, the thing behind it that's almost the same color isn't the same color as the thing she touches.
Yeah, it's like it's shaded slightly, but look at the flags as it goes across. The flags even keep, like, it moves slightly, but what I'm saying is the flags, like if you look at the American flag right there, it's kind of moving, changing its.
I saw that. You know what it looks like? It almost looks like a shadow of someone is walking across.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? I don't know if you can see it, Horry. There's a shadow which goes.
Yeah.
To me, it just looks
like, to the right of it. Yeah.
It's just like a different lighting for some reason.
Who's that
That's
guy?
all it looks like to me. Hey, I'm on the ISS. No, I'm not.
Right.
I wish I didn't have to.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Oh no, you're too funny, Joe.
Oh man, I need you to figure out a way to do that, and like pop out of one of the TVs in my studio or something. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. There's so much cool stuff. Like just when you guys were fooling around on whatever video that was, you and Just Jack were fooling around. I was like having ideas going through my head, like, whoa, there's a lot you could do.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
For sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this guy, I don't know how this guy shows up. He fades in from, like, it's almost like they're see, I don't know why it moves from one side to the other. I really don't.
That's
other than they just chose to do it that way.
That's
up and down.
At that point, like, that proves it's not a live video. They spliced him in. If she was live, that's one thing, but he certainly wasn't. If they showed a transition like that to put him in there. Exactly.
Well, that's all that wasn't in the room, right? I mean, if I could have,
it could have been a different time, a different day, a different everything,
or not real at all.
They could have matched up the flags with that. That's a whole different layer, a whole background. They kept it all exactly the same. That's why it's flowing exactly the same.
Or the flags are just like this ISS I got here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't.
The flag could be its own
so
layer,
easily done, isn't it? Just put it in.
Horry,
that computer there, that laptop in front looks like it's been put there like that as well. You know, after the fact, that laptop to your left ear.
My new ISS earrings I got.
I like it. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But then what about the ISS bow tie?
I didn't bring my bow tie today.
So Horry,
I've spin at 17,500 miles an hour.
I better go back to the cupola.
Horry, have you looked into the augmented stuff yet? Like bringing in like a beach ball or something, or.
I mean, I've looked into a little bit of it. I've looked into what they can do with photorealistic real-time stuff and multiple video cards and how expensive that is. And they can interact with backgrounds and make stuff animate, and it could look just real, man. So this is stuff that I don't know, news stations and stuff are doing in other countries for big sports events and things like that.
Right.
It's crazy. But so, yeah, augmented reality, I see what you could do with video games already. And just adding one to the other, it's possible. I don't know if it's all the way with the contact lenses and stuff. That's where I'm not I got to do more research on if that's even real or not.
I mean,
hang on, let's go back to the one. You seen this one, Horry? The astronauts aren't upside down. Of them.
I'm setting up some other props. Actually, I'm not. I'm moving my camera because I want to be in this interview with these guys. So, oops. I just got to get. I had my camera there earlier. I was gonna be right next to her, kind of. Maybe.
Upside down, but they're not upside down, are they?
Oh, I could do. Should I show up with that? Should I be upside down with them dudes? I think I can do that. I don't know. Let's see if I can do that.
If you put a camera on the floor and you get 5 people standing around it, it looks like that, similar.
Just a white blob in front of it, Joe.
Oh. I'm just goofing around. See that? Yeah, I always have to do that because I don't have my. Whoops. So yeah, that when he was. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I can imagine what you're trying to deal with to make it work. Yeah, with Sparkle Cam, I almost did that when I was trying to use my DSLR. I was doing that, but then I switched to just OBS. You can do a lot of stuff with OBS, but you can't do that kind of real time, like moving around stuff. Or maybe you can, or however it is. It's just a whole different animal.
What about like this kind of? This is the wrong color paint, but it's just a paper bowl. But I'm just saying for water, like if I had this the right color, and if I filled this little rim with water, like say even water with food coloring, like red water or something, what would it actually look like to the camera if I had the right color green? And this was, do you know what I'm saying? It would look like a
color.
ring
That thing's green.
You could get a water. Well,
wait, is that thing green or what?
Yeah, it was just some spray paint I had though, so it's like the wrong color. Here, let me turn.
If you put water in it, with it still being that color, you're still going to see a lot of that color, but you're going to see more of a
because of you'll see through it.
Yeah, you'll see distortions as it wiggles water.
Joe, put some water in it now and let's see what it looks like.
Let's
have a look now and pour some water in that and let me see it.
I'll do that. I'll go grab some water and I'll be right back.
I bet you're still going to see distortions, but you're going to see the background.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I have to do is I have to pick that color. Whoops.
Yeah, you could do all that, but it'll mess with everything else.
Yeah, I know. Like you could have maybe the camera right on it. I'll go get a little bit of water so we can goof around. I'll be right back.
Okay, just to say where Joe's getting some water. Keith, Flat Earth Dude also has a telescope and takes a lot of pictures with a P900 as well. And he's done stuff on eclipse and Saturn balloons or whatever they are. Everything, haven't you, Flat Earth Dude?
Yes, I have. Yeah, well, that's how we prove we're not spinning on a ball. Is we get some equipment and we go out and test it for ourselves, and that's what I did. And every once in a while, you catch a nice gem like a lunar wave or a Googaloon or some kind of transits. I catch a lot of transits transiting the moon and the sun. And what they are, I don't. What was that?
You've caught a lunar wave as well?
No, I haven't caught one yet. Our buddy Crow did that, but there's been a lot of people catching those. My friend Chris in Florida, he caught the lunar Jupiter wave. Very cool stuff. So I don't know what those are, but what do you think, Keith?
What do I think they are?
Yeah.
I think it's the waters above, and we're actually seeing waves.
Right.
Really? What, those little sparky things? Because I put a little video out because my iPhone picked them up today. You know, like I just stuck my phone up. There you are. Slowed it down. Looked at it. All the little things are in there. You think that's water?
No, I think the lunar wave and it's actually waves in the water itself. As you said, there's waters above and waters below, so we're seeing waves in the water.
Do you believe, like a lot, that we're probably not really looking at the moon, that that's a reflection of what it is, and so what it is somewhere else, but that's what we see?
Projected images, I probably think so. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about it a lot, but yeah, I think the sun and the moon are projections into the atmosphere.
Yeah, you can't see nothing. Because I've got, you know, force them out. Whoops.
Hang on, let me put it back on you.
I've got.
It's worth a shot.
I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see the water. Whoops. I'm spilling all over my lens, my camera lens.
Don't do that.
No, I think you're right, Harry. It's just going to show up green mostly. I think.
I could see something in the bottom there. What was that?
Let me grab something else here.
You don't have to put too much in. I don't think. I'm sure I could see something at the bottom there.
I got some. Okay, you guys knew. You know that. I think it's kind of new, and I think it's Rust-Oleum, but it's two different. I don't know what they are, but they come like a spray can, and you can spray them on like your shoes and make them waterproof. It makes water ball up and repel. So like what I was thinking is taking like a green cloth. Well, you can't even hardly see it. Taking that green cloth like this and spraying that, you know, stuff on it and putting water in there. It should just be a bead of water.
Hey,
but
put that cloth over your face.
I just got it all wet.
Just put it over your face.
No, it's not going to do that with the water because
because you see the green.
The green doesn't make it like your camera X-ray vision. The green is just going to make the green show the background that you've applied behind it. It's not going to really. Yeah. That definitely won't work.
You just see through it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not going to definitely not going to be water. I'm going to guarantee you that.
No, what if you had blue food coloring in the water to make it blue enough?
Your best bet is to get like a bag that won't leak or something like, I don't know, figure out a way to seal a bag and then dangle it from a string, a green string.
You know those
and
little
that'd be your easiest way to make them.
buy. Little water bombs. They're only small, about the size of your fist. Well, not even that big.
That's what I was
one
talking
of those.
about. They're like
water
clear.
Bomb, yeah.
They're like clear. It looks like a bubble almost, right?
Yeah. True.
If you get one of those and dangle it from a string, that's your best bet. A green string, or a green fishing line, or something like that.
I did that with a glove yesterday.
Yeah, so it'd be your best bet.
Yeah, cool. I'm definitely yeah, and I have a list of a bunch of links of just oddball stuff that I kind of collect, you know. But yeah, SpaceX, whatever they're doing, I think it's gonna end up making the sky roll back and all the stuff we read about, and making the stars fall. That's a crazy thing because it just doesn't seem realistic. But did Flat Earth seem realistic? But it does now, you know.
Right.
The story back in the day is really interesting to hear and wonder what caused it. I thought it was the Tower of Babel or something that caused it.
Yeah, well, and if we think about that, the Tower of Babel, the story is they built that they had wickedness in their hearts. Like they were divided into different groups or whatever of what they had in their heart, like the wickedness. And the first group was like gonna climb to heaven and kill God, and the other one was gonna put their own gods up there and worship them, and the other one was gonna like shoot arrows and spears up at God. So like how, for whatever reason, I don't really understand the reason why they had that in their heart, but why are we doing space exploration? I don't understand the reason why we have that in our heart either. Do you know what I mean? I never thought about it.
Because they had to find a way to funnel the money out.
Well, but what's the point?
that they were spending $53 million a day going to space. So they convinced everybody that we could go to space. And of course, then they're not. They're doing everything like you've got. If that's $50, imagine what $200 would be.
Yep.
You know, but they're pretending to funnel out $53 million a day or something, aren't they?
Well, that's questionable though, because if you look like if we just took SpaceX, for example, I know they're not government or whatever, or they are, but whatever. What I'm getting at is that if you take just a company like SpaceX and you look at the company itself, they employ 5,000 people, and there's flat earthers that have worked at SpaceX. And like, I even have some pictures from inside of SpaceX that probably, it doesn't matter, but pictures of Dragon, the Dragon 2 capsule as it's being built. And this was like a couple of years ago that someone sent me these pictures, and they worked there. What I'm getting at is there's flat earthers all over the place. And it's like, let's go to the playground at the elementary school and tell one child that there's a big lie. Tell a third grader this. It doesn't matter how old they are. Tell them there's a big lie, and they're telling you that you live on this ball, but you don't look around. You've never lived on a ball. You've always lived on something with where the ground's just under your feet, and it's just like that everywhere. And if you tell one kid that, what I'm saying is that we're living in a time that isn't going to happen again, that's never happened before, and is only going to happen for so long. Because
so many of us, even though we're stretched across this plane we live on, at the moment we've got the internet, so we can all link up and we can all do or talk about this at the same time, you mean?
For now, like this kind of, we know the history of censorship and things like that. There's something special these last few years that I haven't been censored in the way, like you'd think that they'd swing a sword at my neck, but they don't. I'm saying just.
I think what you mean, Joe, is like keep the momentum going. We have a good momentum now, and to maintain that, you know, and get that, you know, increasing even.
The young kids got to know. If they, like I was saying, one kid in a school, the whole school is going to know. That kids don't keep secrets, and if someone tells you, "Oh yeah, you don't live on this thing that's on a teacher's desk," that's fake. Look on the bottom; it says not for teaching or not for, you know, education purposes. What I'm getting at is these little things. Just telling a third grader that. Look on the bottom of your teacher's globe. What does it say? Because I'm sure that it probably says that on most of these globes in the classrooms. And if it doesn't, so then the kid looks and it doesn't say anything. But what I'm getting at is there's too many things that logical human beings look at and say, oh, that's just not possible. I mean, I'm like young kids. And then when they get to be 10 or 12 years old after being in school for that long, and with all their classmates understanding it, so I got to understand it, and that's what every kid thinks. That's how we get to where we are now. So we're changing that, you guys.
Can I ask a question to obviously you, Joe, Astroking, and Horry? What's the thing that you hate the most about the lies? Who's going first?
Harry's going first.
Harry's going first.
What I hate most is that it's right. There's so many. First of all, I just thought, well, the more I learn about everything, the more I see just how many ways they are lying to us. Everything that they're doing. So that's the biggest problem I have about it.
I'm goofing around.
It's just really unreal. It's unreal how it encompasses so many parts of our lives. The way we're harvested, the way we're poisoned, the way we're brainwashed and mind controlled, the ways they're trying to get us to think a certain way and dividing us and making us basically self-segregate each other, you know. And it's upsetting. It's really, really, really upsetting. So that's the worst about it for me.
I'd have to say it's for me, it's that thanks for bringing it up. Now I've got that to think about too. I'm just kidding. It's all this kind of stuff. If you're hanging out with 2 of your friends, and there's a group of 3 of you hanging out, and if those 2 friends tell each other something and they keep it from you, it's just not very fun. First of all, I mean, it's just a kind of a low thing to do. And even if it's something small, but this isn't something small. This is big. This is our lives. And this is what our understanding of where we live and the things that we've believed for so long, learning that they're false. I'm 41. Right. And it was 37 years that I went confident in another world, a world that didn't exist. So when that hits someone, like every flat earthers, that's hit them already. So it's very difficult to, I'm not saying go, yes, it's hard to tell other people that you think the earth is flat because you know what it's going to bring. And you know what people don't think that way. They don't accept that kind of stuff. But when you realize it just for the first time in your own heart, like when you realize it's a very intimidating thing. It's like scary at first. You're like,
it is a bit of a shock, isn't it? Because once you start looking, it's not just one thing, it's everything. And it goes on to the next, onto the next. And there's just, it is a bit mind-blowing, isn't it? That it's so many lies. It is.
It feels like personal, like they personally came after just you. But then you, at the same time, you know that everyone has had this happen. And we've all believed it. So that's in the Bible too. At the very end, the whole world was deceived and by Satan. And then what happened is, this is very interesting stuff. What happened in the end is, I actually just made a video today, just while I was driving, but I tried to explain this. In Revelation, there's these 144,000 people that they're the children of Israel, and they get sealed in their forehead at the time of the end. And that's the only way that they overcome this beast and his image, is because they got sealed in their forehead. Otherwise, they were just as deceived as the rest of the world. Well, we're living that out, you guys. And we're the ones that overcame it. And by me saying that, I mean, I'm not saying I understand or comprehend it, but what it says is that those people are from the very foundation of the world, the very beginning of the world, and they were sent here from the foundation of the world. They were sent to the end to preach a message of truth to save the world, because the world is so lost.
I have to say that Enoch looks a bit more like with lifting the veil. It's I put it like everybody's looking at the television screen. It's just some of us can see through the screen and to the back. And a lot of people can't see it. They can just see the screen.
It's supernatural. It is. And if we think about it, what is it? It's in our eyes. It's what we see. It's a vision.
And once you go flat, or once you wake up, you just can't go back.
Yeah, that's why. What is the joke? Once you go flat, you never glow back. I've never met anyone that has.
No, me neither. Can I just ask Astroking, what's his most hated part about the lies?
Yeah, okay. I think a lot of people don't know that they're actually lying. I think they believe what they believe, so they're not actually lying. Sort of like face to face. I think the people higher up, they know there's a reason for the Earth being flat, and they know the connection between the globe and the Earth being flat. I think that's the hidden bit. For most of the people, I don't think they're lying. I think they believe what they believe.
I feel very sorry for the NASA workers who go to work believing that they're helping in space. It's so sad. It's so sad they made any soldiers go to war. It's so sad.
It's very similar to soldiers going to war. They're being lied to.
Mm.
Human nature is not to kill other human nature. It's just not. That's not what people want to do, but it's what groups of people want to do. So that should, I mean, war is obviously doesn't make much sense. We live in one world. Why are we going to fight our brothers and sisters in the same world, our own kind? Doesn't make any sense.
We're kind of stressed all the time, really, because we're always worrying about everything. Just stressed animals, basically. That's how they want us. That's
how Satan wants us. Satan, his main thing is to hide, is for himself to be God. That's the craziest thing. Like it just straight up says in the book of Isaiah, it says what Lucifer has in his heart, and it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. I will, what's the other part? I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Well, that's exactly what's happening, you guys. Even with ISS. I mean, look at it. If you ask the average person in the world a question, I mean, it's kind of a weird question, but if you said, do you believe in the ISS or do you believe in God? Which one is up there? Is the ISS up there or is God up there? Most people are going to be like, dude, you're a nut. The ISS is right there. Look at it with your own eyes. But they're thinking that it's something physical when I'm thinking it's just a evil spirit because they're made of light. Like that's what celestial entities are. They're beings of light. I'm just saying, when I look at the ISS, I just see a fallen star, or I mean a wandering star.
But that doesn't mean it's a wandering star that they're on that, does it? What do you think, Horry?
What's the ISS? I think it's some sort of aerial craft that they fly over and they track and they tell people this is the ISS, and then they fake it in whatever videos they show us, otherwise. But whatever it is up there, why is it so visible? It's not because the sun's hitting it. I don't buy that. And the photos that we get, they don't seem to be. So what? It might be shaped like that, but this does not prove that it's really that thing up there. It's too far away to get a photo of it. It's flying too fast to capture it anyway. So all these things don't make any sense about it.
The whole thing, Horry, because they said it's basically the size of a football pitch, but there's no way it takes them that amount of time to go along this thing. Well, it's about a bit bigger than a big plane, but there's no way it takes them very long to go through the whole thing. If you watch them, it takes them seconds to get through each bit, seconds, and then they'll say we're here and we're there, and it's taken them seconds.
It's all just a Hollywood basement.
It takes them 45 minutes, right, to get from the light side to the dark side of Earth or something. That's how often the ISS seems to.
90-minute orbit.
90 minute. All right, 90 minute. I mean, and
that's
so
all the way around.
Yeah, like how do you, how fast must that thing be going, and who the hell's capturing it, and with what are they capturing it and getting a picture? And I just don't believe that. So what if it does actually look like it? That's fine. Maybe it is some aerial solar drone that's way up there that looks like that with solar panels because the sun is across the plane and they're catching it and they have 24-hour battery. Like, who knows? They could have this technology laughing in our face.
And we, like, if we're being honest with ourselves, what about the condition up there? There's a lot of helium up there, and like what I'm saying is, what if they are going into the firmament and they can float? Stars, or they have their courses. Maybe the ISS, maybe if you put a machine up there, it can just float. But I'm sticking that I don't believe any human being can go up there because I think it's a different world, like a celestial, like the sun, moon, stars are all lights in the firmament or in heaven or whatever up there. But I don't think it works the same way as like what we can see, because we can see the sun, like it just acts weird, I guess is what I'm saying. Like the size of the sun never changes, and
right.
to me, it's something that you and I could see the same thing right now. It doesn't mean that there's two of them, but it's right above us. Do you know what I'm saying? And we could be totally different areas of the world. I think it's just a different, I can't explain it, but something else is going on. I know that.
Yeah, I don't even think about what it is anymore. I just know that they're faking it between parabolic plane flights and some kind of
something.
Mostly that's what it is. Like, but if they're doing that a lot, then why do they need all their cables? So like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, why do they do what they do? I don't really know.
That's the best attitude to have, is that's honest, is what it is. I don't know. And I mean, we got our ideas, but really we don't know. But it's good to make sure that people know that we're not saying we know, you know. We're saying we know there's a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, using common sense. Why would you build it in that way? It just doesn't make any sense at all, does it? The way they built it as well.
Oh, exactly.
Apparently, no one's seen it getting built, you know. So there's another. It rings alarm bells to me, anyway. Not one picture of it being made, and that would be a massive achievement. That, I mean, they talk about, look at this bridge we made, look at that bridge we made.
Oh, you can download a cartoon of it being built. You've got some animations for that.
I bet you could even make one. This is how I made it.
Well, I'm
on the first day.
Like a metal worker putting like if you have a tube or a pipe and you're gonna weld a pipe to it, you'll cope it out so that it matches. No, they didn't do that with the ISS modules. They just kind of put it up there like that, you know, so it doesn't fit. Like that, you wouldn't build it that way. That's not how anybody would build something. The guy building a roll cage in some guy's hot rod will do a better welding job than that. Or like, you know,
really is that, like you say, they're in the most dangerous place anybody could be, and they would never have a chance to even get their suits on to leave it or anything if anything went wrong. And then why would they leave them in that position so that any moment they could die? They'd never be able to get their suits on, never.
Yeah, well, they obviously know the risks, but there are no risks because it's all a lie. It's all fabricated. It's a joke, you know, and we've looked into this for quite a while, but the more you see it, the easier it is to spot and the easier it is, you know, to see the things that go wrong. We find holes all the time, like we say, you know, but I mean, there's just so many videos out there and so many being uploaded, you know, that it's...
Astral in the chat room, Chilster Deluxe has put, NASA lies like a rug, Horry.
I've seen video of them.
Can I just say something?
Yes, I love my little rug meme. I wonder if you've seen the rug meme yet.
I have seen NASA video where they're putting the modulars together, supposedly for the ISS. But I have never seen video of any part of the ISS sitting like in a warehouse or they're screwing stuff together. That's what I mean by actually building it.
None of us have we, Flat Earth dude? Astroking,
I haven't researched it completely, so
you're not going to find it though, are you? Astroking, what did you want to say quickly? Was it a question on this?
Well, it's similar. I've just looked on Dave Marsh's channel, and he's got a video of the Soyuz space rocket actually blowing up. So it's completely destroyed, but somehow all the astronauts are completely fine. They didn't die.
Flat Earth dude was talking about this the other day, weren't you, Flat Earth dude?
They do have escape systems, but it depends on where they are.
Well, this thing looked like it blew up, man, completely. I mean,
you know what? That's interesting that you guys brought that up, because a video I'm working on specifically on this topic of the celestial versus like our material world, like the difference, or like I'm trying to understand that. And oh, I just lost my train of thought. It was something about a video that I'm making. Which video? Anyway, I lost it.
The difference between celestial and
yeah, and I can't remember what. I lost my train of thought. It went somewhere else.
It's so annoying when that happens when you're on a
It happens to
hangout.
me a lot. I'll remember.
It seems to me, how do astronauts really go up into space? That's what I'm thinking.
Trapdoor.
Joe can show
slide.
you.
Yeah, that trapdoor, the slide, that's
but
a
that's
good
real.
video, that. Yeah.
That's real. Like they, during the Apollo or whatever, I don't know. So they had the escape hatch and the astronauts would slide down to a room underneath the rocket and safely be in there in case there was a problem. But if the rocket didn't leave, that does not make sense, guys. To me, anyway.
Well, don't forget though, I suppose, you can see now how films are made, and Gravity, I think that's what really turned a lot of people, that film, because once they realised it looked better in the film than what they're pretending to show us is the real thing, it changed a lot of people. So imagine what they did in that film. So imagine what they can do. It must be a bit hard if they're supposed to be live and all that crap. But imagine how easy it is for them to fake it all. And have you seen any cameras on there? The cameras have got such big lenses on them. And then they've got all these video cameras. It's a bit like video cameras and wires.
I want the cameras they have. They got some nice
I'm a bit worried about the wires. Would you want to be up in there, Horry, with all those wires?
In the ISS? No. I mean, I'm too crazy. I would have kicked several of those wires out of place, and I'm not going to even almost remember where they go and plug them back in. So, no, not me.
You'd always try and keep things to, a bare minimum, wouldn't you? Keep it simple, that rule. And it looks like they've just absolutely gone the opposite. Is it me?
Yeah, well, somebody is, because it's really loud.
No,
I think it was Astral King.
Yeah, it's Astral. Don't touch your microphone, Astral.
It wasn't me. It was Astral King, not the Astral Thief. Yeah, we're good now.
There we go. We're good.
No, but all those cables and tubes, and I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. You just wouldn't do that. One, you'd have conduit, wouldn't you? You'd have trunking. You'd have cable boxes, and pack it away nicely, tidy it up. That looks like something that, it just looks terrible. Nobody would do that as a professional.
A lot of electricians would like to get their hands up there and clean up some of that mess. Like, I've even got comments.
Maybe when we first saw it years ago, it did look high tech, because you're going to think, look at all those wires. Now I look at it and I just think, it's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, you'd never want to go up in it.
It looks like my office after I've been
everywhere there's wires. It's the most dangerous place ever to be if that was real.
Yeah, and they're the inventors of Velcro. You figured they'd be able to do something.
So they did something for us, huh?
Didn't they?
Well, that's what I've heard. But
that's what I heard.
You know what interests me is microgravity, because I'll never see it or experience it or anything. So it sure is a good thing they do all that science in microgravity. I'm saying even if it was all real. What's the point?
There are wind tunnels that you can go in. Have you not got any of those around near where you live? I know they've got one in Manchester, I do believe, like wind tunnel. And you can just like float. It's like skydiving.
That'd be fun, I think, but dangerous, but fun. Those they have like competitions in those things, like where people dance around and do gymnastics. It's crazy.
Do you think that they drug the astronauts so that they actually believe what they're doing is real?
I think that they're fake, or that they're not human. Or that's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that they're just fallen angels because there's a verse in Enoch that says that they take the form of men when they wish. And I'm like, whoa, that's freaky.
Yeah, because it's quite incredible that not one person's ever said, it's fake. I know, because I was there. I suppose they'd be murdered, wouldn't they, really?
Well, you know what's interesting, too? Another aspect of that subject that's interesting is, why is there not Jeranism, or I'm just using him for an example because he's a big flat earth name or whatever, or Globebusters? Why has Globebusters not had I'm saying it's obvious to me, but if you're a NASA astronaut, and yes, NASA is very aware that there's a flat earth movement, they're more aware than anybody because of it. Go to anything NASA and look at if they have a comments section open. If you can find one, look at the comments. We take care of things, is what I'm saying. Like, everybody knows about this. But so what I'm getting at is, why doesn't NASA have someone in their, like their, I don't know what, marketing or something, have an interview with the flat earther and with some popular flat earther or Robbie Davidson or something, and say, we want to know, we want to compare to try to understand this, or vice versa. I'm just saying, if I called Elon Musk, he ain't going to do an interview with me. Why not?
The thing is that there's enough videos on YouTube to show all the mistakes, and there's too many of them, and no one is saying anything. I find that quite incredible. A lot of us watch YouTube and not the television. So, like, you mean to say that there aren't more political people scouring over YouTube and seeing all this?
Anybody that goes to YouTube has a flat earth video popping onto their thing if they're looking up anything important. It's like, if you look up the trending things in music videos and stuff, you're never going to see anything flat earth. But if you look up anything science, anything space, anything that the topics that we talk about, we're everywhere out there.
What, when you look up flat earth, the first thing that comes up is stuff that's discrediting it.
Well, that's always going to be that way, always, because the popular thing is the globe. And so you have, when you type in flat earth, or, hey, you know what? If you want a good one, type in ISS interview into YouTube's search box, and I'll be one of the first ones there. My ISS interview. So I thought that was cool.
Really?
Yeah. I was the first one on there for a while with 99 views.
Well, you can redo it, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, nice one.
And I'm wondering why that happens. Like, why of all the videos on YouTube did they go to mine, where I've got like this way bigger head and it's obviously like a parody? But I don't know. I'm glad. I thought it was cool. There's actually 2 of them up there of mine for a while.
Yeah, Horry, what does it feel like with Joe having similar backgrounds to you now, except, of course, you're in the car?
I like it. This is the kind of stuff we all need to be doing, to show people what we can do on a shoestring budget a lot of times, and it's perfect because it'll open people's eyes. That's all we need to do, is open people's eyes.
Dude, you have opened eyes. I'm just saying, like, I see your show. I don't watch all your shows or something, but I just see the attitude you have, and I've watched some of the, I don't know what it's called, but where you find people and they're just there and they have a conversation with you all of a sudden.
The chat roulette thing.
Yeah, make sure you put your link in the chat room, Horry.
It's definitely interesting to watch, because you call flat smacking, right?
Yeah.
But I love how the people that you're talking to on the other end, they're all going, whoa, whoa. And then the moon's, flying around behind you. And it's like, the car looks so real. And what I'm saying is it makes people think. And so that's brilliant. I think that's awesome, man.
it has actually been very effective, and it was something I was doing for a few weeks offline, and as I realized I was changing people's minds off air, I was like, well, man, I'm laughing my ass off.
Just have fun.
I'm having fun. I think people would love to watch this. I think I can make it funny, and I see that it's really working. I think people are gonna like it and support it because of that. So then I hit the button, you know, and I got better and better and better at it. So now I got my own like folder I go to and everything. I got videos and pictures and memes, and so it's evolved. But I think everybody can do this really in their own way, whether they have any green screen or not. You can always do a picture in picture in OBS or something like you're doing.
I want to learn more about OBS. I have OBS on my computer, but I don't know anything about it.
I gotta do a live stream about how to operate OBS, and like
I would love that. I
really gotta do that.
You should.
Hey, can I just ask the chat room, are you enjoying the journey in space today?
Let me flip my mic. I'm just kidding.
I need to, you know what I want to get? I want to get a microphone that floats, like a helium microphone.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I need to figure out how to do that, and I'll be set.
You could just get some fishing line and a helium balloon, you know, and then of course it's going to float around where you need it to float around.
Look at it.
It'll hit the ceiling, of course, but then you're restricted. You're good.
Look what he's doing. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I just got my sheet hanging on the wall here.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I didn't mirror image it though, so I'm like looking the wrong way all the time. So I go
fantastic.
live on Facebook like
That's
this.
great.
That's pretty good, man.
But let me get my head a little bit bigger so it's easier, because then you cover up his head a little bit more. And it's even more funny, like kind of like a bobblehead. There we go. That's much better, isn't it? And it's all like, hey, wait a minute. Watch me flip my mic. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's epic, man.
That's all the first I have to thank the
Horry's going, I'm going to be doing that next week.
I have to thank Harry for everything that he was doing, because obviously I was trying for the DSL for the live stream for the I forgot all about that. I've just been having fun doing other stuff.
Well, so, cool, man. Thanks for taking action and doing it, because I'm just having fun too, and it evolved. You know, I learned a lot in a year and a half, and you will too. Start on OBS, because that's
a good platform to
with. Yeah, okay. That's what you want to be mastering right now.
I actually had that idea before I got this little cheap software, but because I just from doing a little research on YouTube and stuff, it looked like OBS is the.
Don't use your DSLR for streaming, because it'll burn out your chip. Your sensor in there is not made to do video that long. You'll figure that out. Like for 2 hours of video, no, you don't really want to do that like consistently for all your live streams.
That makes sense, because this camera does not have you can't put a power source to it. It's only battery. Like it doesn't have a place to plug in power. So that's probably why, I'm guessing, because
well, actually, no. You can get a battery. Like mine doesn't either, but I have
a power battery.
Power, yeah. It hangs down everything, and there's a special look on your bottom battery door and see if there's this little flappy deal that might let a wire stick out of it if it was latched down, because
there is right here.
Yeah, we'll just get
a little flip thing.
A little flip door. Yeah, we'll get you a little power adapter if you want, but I'd say don't even do that. I just do that if you take long video shots. Like I do green screen work, and I need it for that. I wouldn't say you need it.
I just figured out Ron Hagberg. You guys probably know Ron Hagberg. He was live streaming on YouTube with his P1000 using some app. So I'm going to try that too.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, the Brio or your 1080p right there will probably do it just the same. OBS, you can green screen with OBS and do similar stuff. You get more control. You might run into some limitations as far as I don't know what Sparkle Cam can do, but I did try to do Sparkle Cam the DSL route, and I didn't want to spend the $50 because I'm like, there's something better than this, and I just pushed past it and found
it's just such a crappy marketing scheme that Sparkle Cam. Okay, first of all, the name Sparkle Cam.
No,
I mean it was like a terrible. I'm like, I don't want to even be seen with this, but I don't know, $50. I'm happy with it for now. But yeah, OBS is what I want, because you can do so much more, like in general with OBS, can't you?
Yeah, I can help you get it set up, show you how it all works.
Cool.
Yeah, I got to do that.
I love the
people that are asking, and everybody's on different like time schedules, so I can't meet up with. I mean, they're all like, yeah, let's do something tomorrow night or next night, and they always, oh, I don't know. So I don't know what's going on. Like, no, I mean, I'm there, but everybody kind of is too busy. So I should just
I'm always
stream and talk about it and
Are
put it out there.
What time zone are you in to Joe, by the way? Because you might be a lot closer to Joe now.
What's that?
Where is it you're at, Joe?
I'm in Minnesota.
Oh, and where are you, Horry, now?
I'm over in Arizona now. That's a ways.
Oh, right. You're the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, watch out for them micrometeorites coming at you. You see them?
No, but I did get to see Arizona's thunderstorms last 2 nights ago. Oh my gosh.
Was it bad? Is it awesome?
Oh, I mean, it looked like an arcade screen in the sky. Like the lightning bolts were so going across the whole sky, and they were like this thick in the air. I was like, whoa, that's a thick lightning bolt streaking across. It was the craziest thing. It reminded me of like being in Kansas, except I thought a tornado or hurricane was coming after us in Kansas, and just apparently that's just what happens in Kansas, rainstorms. But no, it was interesting weather so far, and it's really beautiful out here. Everywhere I look, there's mountains. Like everywhere I look, there's beautiful, huge mountains on the skyline. Last night we went hiking for about 2.5 hours. Me and Caroline in the mountains with a flashlight, like 2 flashlights, and just hiking up and down mountains, and got to see Arizona and the whole city and all the lights. It was surreal. It really was like beautiful, you know? So I'm having fun, you know, getting out and getting some exercise. It's good. It's been really good.
Hey, just to say, someone called NASA Lies About Everything has just come in the chat room.
NASA Lies About Everything. Yeah.
Ask because Keith's been a little bit quiet there. Obviously, he hasn't got an ISS or a car. Keith, there wasn't that much really on your YouTube channel.
Hello, yeah.
Did you have some other stuff that you took down? I can't remember now.
I haven't really got much of a setup to make sort of other videos and stuff, so I'm just working off a laptop at the moment.
You're just using your YouTube thing to actually look at the Hangouts and stuff? More
or less, yeah. I have got a few things on there, and I do a lot of research into things. So I'm always looking at other subjects as well as flat Earth. I do a lot of looking about things like history, and things like global warming and all that sort of stuff I've been looking into as well. So like generally I do a lot of research, and this is one of the things I'm looking at, and it's, you know, it's really fascinating.
I think you wrote to me, said you wanted to come on Sun and Moon, didn't you? So it's very nice that you know, when we meet some of our chat room. Yeah, and also, you were interviewed. Well, you went on with Lifting the Lid, Robin, didn't you? And he interviewed you.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've got a lot of sort of like reviews about lots of things. I don't normally sort of hold the belief like a lot of flat earthers do into things like the like the gravity and the density thing. I'm still learning, and I don't actually see a lot of things like that. So I've got my own views on a lot of things, so I don't automatically fit into all the things that a lot of people say. I like to do my own research before I'm actually going to say something about the subject. So that's the way I see it and how I like to work.
Thank you for that. I just think, I mean, obviously Horry's sets and everything are amazing, but I always appreciate the cameraman. And there's 1, 2, 3 on here today. And yeah, even to work one of those P900s or P1000s out there, they just look. There's just too many things on there for me. I just like to point a camera and Joe's got some specific things, haven't you? You've set your stuff up. What is he doing?
What's he doing? What is that?
Let's have a look. Let's go. What are you doing? Do it again, Joe.
Okay, I had to unmute my mic. I'm trying to show you some microgravity experiments we're doing up here on the space station.
There you go. Yeah.
This is just a simple Allen wrench that I have that I'm gonna let go. See, I gotta do this different, but somehow I'm gonna do it. Where I can do this, and I can go, woo! I have a little more work to do yet.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it out. I have some ideas though of some because really all you have to do is because like if we wanted to play one trick on people and we had 3 months to plan to play a trick on people, we could trick those people if it was just something we had to do. You know what I mean? So I think, in fact, I should go grab something. It'll take me about 1 minute to get it, and then I'll come back. I just want to show you guys an illusion. So I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Cool. Mind you, it's all an illusion, isn't it? When you first started Flat Earth, Horry, or into Flat Earth, did you think that you'd be sitting in a Tesla car?
Nope. This definitely evolved from the dojo to the Tesla, right? That was the first studio I had. It looked like something straight out of Pee-wee's Playhouse meets Samurai Warriors or something. I don't know. But yep, it's changed. Didn't see it coming.
So how's your for the chat room? How's your flat smacking going?
It's going pretty good. I haven't been doing it too much lately. I'm still just doing some videos and getting some stuff going out on my Fiverr account and rebuilding that, and that's turning out pretty good. And I'm doing work on my website. I'm also working with other people that are off of Fiverr. So I got stuff to be, to be working on. That Flat Smack just has to be second right now. But I'm about to kick it back into gear after I make these. I got 5 videos to make and edit. 3 are going to be quick, and 2 are going to be more gigs on Fiverr. Once I'm done with that, back to Flat Smacking. So that's what I've told myself.
Hey, I saw your ad for the 2018 Flat Earth conference thing. That was cool. A lot of work.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Looks like it was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. It took me quite a while. It took me about 6 hours, 5-6 hours to do.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, everybody's beginning to queue, aren't they, for the convention now?
If you could see what I made in 5 or 6 hours, yeah, I don't make very much. I made what you said, Karen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying everybody's beginning to get ready for the convention now, aren't they?
I'm not going, but
Horry is.
I'm going, and I think I've got my wardrobe picked out. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna wear, but I still want to make one more shirt from Vistaprint, and once I do that, I think I'll be set. I want to get a shirt with me and the Tesla on it.
Yeah, you need to, for sure. It's a classic thing you're doing. I'm just saying, it's so original, and it's such an icon of a thing that just the image of the car that everybody knows. And it's like a recent current event that I don't know. It's got an impact. Just you being on the screen right there and saying hi. It's like, whoa, what am I looking at here? You know,
it's totally a conversation piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people have copied you now, haven't they, Horry?
Oh no, they were doing it before me. I just was the first person to do the video end of it. But
I copied you.
Yeah, now you did. You did the first video after me, huh?
Yeah, I did that. I stole your car.
Yeah. Like I thought it would happen a lot sooner than that. So yeah.
But I don't really drive your car around. I just made a video last night where I launched in your car. I launched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I stole it.
That's funny, man.
It's called, what did I call it? It was called There I Was. Oh, here. I have $1. Right? $1 bill. Nothing too special.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's put it on you, Joe. Hang on.
Okay.
I've seen this before.
You have seen this, okay.
Yeah, it's on one of your videos. Hey, carry on.
Okay, you guys gotta watch really carefully because this is an illusion. Okay, $1 bill. Simple, right? Watch. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it and turn it into 100.
Oh, that's nice. I need you to come do that about 5,000 times over here, and then you can go back home.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to do that over here. But so then here's what NASA does. But this is only 100. How many hundreds is in 53 million? A lot. But so they take it, and in a very short amount of time, they turn it into nothing.
That's crazy, man.
That's real. So here's what it is. Two bills glued together.
Oh, really?
The right way.
Oh.
And so when I'm showing you the bill, when I show you the backside, the bill's right there in front of your face, but I just do it strategically, kind of with my fingers, cover it up and kind of do it fast, you know. But when I go like this, it's like he's only got one bill, right?
That's cool.
It's just, but you have to. This is the kind of trick that, I mean, this comes into this lie. It does.
Exactly.
That's someone in a certain place to think from. You know what I mean? Like if you say, okay, here's where you are. This is where you're gonna think from. I mean, it's not something that we think.
You know, it's perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like magicians. They want you looking one way while they're doing something else. Distraction as well.
Yeah, it's the teeny little things, like a little bit of wood glue or Elmer's glue, but it's those small things that if I prepare this ahead of time, and while I'm preparing it, no one knows that I'm preparing it. So when I come out with the trick, everyone's like, "Oh, how did you do that?" And then if I just dip, all I'm giving you is a video or some, and I don't have to answer questions. Who's going to prove me wrong? I can turn $100 bills into $1 bills. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to believe what's on the screen, then you got to believe me. So that's what I like about what Horry's doing or Harry's doing there. That's awesome.
Oh, can I just say, Joe, in the chat room, let's be practical. He's Richard. He's been on he's had the SAMFU blue wrench. He's just said, tell Joe, truthers always show the trick.
Yeah, because we have to. But that's one thing that I actually like my friends' little kids. I tell them about that,
Well, there was one where they had a hammer on the ISS and a playing card, and the hammer just flew to the ground. Well, then he told us it was like on a string or elastic, the playing card. So and it pulled it down. So I mean, well,
Why?
Why would they do that? Exactly.
Okay.
Why would they do
That's
that
like what we're doing
on the
with the green screen.
ISS? Well, it's just fooling us, isn't it? You know, it's ridiculous. So there you go. They're lying to us.
That's like an example of them saying, "Hey, look, we're lying to you." That's crazy.
They've been doing it so long, and they think so many people are programmed. That's the problem. Did anybody see Bling Bling's video as well? Bling Bling, BS of the ISS. She's got one now out where they're opening the door, one of the hatch doors, and basically the hatch basically bangs into the wall, which has got a hole in it. And then when you're looking one side of the actual hatch, there's a hole where they haven't even bothered to fill it in. They've stuck the hatch in, and there's just a bit of a hole where it's not met properly. It's just ridiculous. Well done, Bling Bling.
That's like the a long time ago when the flappy door where the scuba diver was spotted. When they're in their spacewalk. Spacewalked. What is a spacewalk?
All they do is argue with their bags. Just argue with their bags. They don't do anything.
Play with their Roman god spear or whatever. They're weirdos. That's like they're worshiping Roman gods that are false gods. And they do all this to break the gods out of their prison. And it's
going to... Don't you think also, sorry to interrupt you, in this day and age, they'd have some form of a like drone, you know, to do the work for them.
Yeah.
You know, with like power tools as well. Why are they using like, you know, fingers and spanners?
I'm ready for
battery power drill or something. Maybe they won't work in a vacuum. I don't know.
They're just weirdos. That's what I say.
Yeah, and they're see-through as well at times, and then they glitch in and they glitch out.
And bubbles in space.
Maybe Horry, you should have a hangout with Joe. Just you two chatting about your you know, your NASA, your car, your... Well, Horry can be in the ISS space station, can't you?
Can I what?
You were in the ISS space station earlier on.
Yeah. I could
we should do a mission, dude.
We need to do a mission.
You should also get Alex, conspiracy music guru, because he's good with the green screen as well.
Oh yeah, he can do the background music.
Supposedly, we got Bling that wants to do the background. Just Jack is going to set his up eventually. Again, maybe even Karen B. And if Alex does figure out a way to get his laptop over there, he could do it one day. But there's a couple. Yeah, I mean, I think I can do at least 3 people in there without having to worry about some real technical issues. So I want to try to get the 3rd person in. And it's gonna be fun when I figure it out.
That's awesome.
we need somebody else with the green screen. I can get you in there now. You know.
That's crazy. How do you do that? Like, how do you?
Well, I get you to stand in front of your green and position yourself the right way, and then I just.
Oh, and then you
window capture. Kind of. Yeah, window capture you through OBS.
Okay, and you can do a live window on your background. Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's something that I can't do with this Sparkomatic, whatever.
Sparkomatic.
Sparkosoft.
Right, Sparkosoft. Exactly. So yeah, and it's easy. But then the problem happens if the window is inactive or it's inactive for too long. I guess the background processes will freeze it. So I have to figure out a way to keep it always active, and that's you know, I got to see if I have to cross that bridge or not, because the way I've been working around it is just having his Skype window at the forefront while I'm not messing with the controls, and that seems to not make him freeze up. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like that kind of stuff. I know nothing about that kind of stuff, but I sure think it's cool though, because if you think about it, okay, let's redo Star Wars. You know what I mean? I'll be this guy, you be that guy, and we do a hangout. But
yeah,
I'm just saying there's so many things that a group of people could do to entertain, actually, even, you know.
I could be in my spaceport and I could have a war going on in the background, and you You could be over there like with some like smoke and fire, being like, why?
Well, I don't know,
like some crazy,
oh, like
stuff
I'm
we could do.
like you're shooting at me or something, and
Yeah.
I'm going down. No.
Yeah, like I don't know, like yeah, anything. We could really do funny stuff with technology nowadays, and
Yeah.
what we have available to us with video editing software, and it's hilarious.
Totally.
But it's effective for truth spreading.
Exactly what it's all about, though, isn't it? Video editing. There you go. That's what it all is.
Karen, can I say something?
Yeah, sure, Keith.
Oh,
Yeah, I was doing some research about things, and I found that scientists they've just discovered that there's cosmic rays coming out of Antarctica shooting straight up, and what it is that they can't understand what's going on, because these particles can't travel through the thickness of the Earth of 8,000 miles, which makes perfect sense on a flat Earth, because these particles won't have to travel that far.
So yeah, explain it. Do you want to explain a little bit more? We will I'll just put that on Joe because he was with. Is that the Duke's Hazard?
I got they're in the General Lee flat car. I just made a joke video. Sorry.
Yeah, do you want me to explain it a bit more?
Go on then.
Yeah, well, scientists have just discovered these cosmic rays coming out of Antarctica, and they're shooting straight up out of Antarctica, and they say these particles can't possibly travel through the thickness of the Earth of what they believe is 8,000 miles. So it makes perfect sense on a flat Earth, because they wouldn't have to travel very far through the thickness of the Earth being flat.
Those things that other people have shot as well, where they see these rays coming up out of the ground.
Well, no, this is quite a new discovery, so I haven't heard anyone else talking about it.
Have you heard about this at all, Joe or Horry? Or
I haven't. It's interesting though.
I was somewhere else.
I was just saying. Astro King says that these what were they again? Astro rays. What was it you said?
I don't know anything about them.
Cosmic ray particles. These cosmic ray particles are coming straight out from Antarctica, shooting straight up. So that these cosmic rays can't possibly travel through the thickness of the Earth if it was 8,000 miles. But if the Earth is flat, then that could be a perfectly good reason why we see these cosmic rays coming out of Antarctica.
Do you believe them with anything they say about Antarctica, though?
How do I believe?
Do you believe anything? I mean, all they want to show you is a piece of land that doesn't exist, and if it does, it's completely different than that. And then, yeah, I mean, the whole thing's a lie. So do you believe anything they say about it?
Well, this has got nothing to do with the land. It's just something that they've just found out about this cosmic rays.
Keith, are they? Oh, go ahead, Harry. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I've never heard of it before, and that's really interesting. I couldn't tell you if it could prove a flat or a round Earth either way. But I guess I can't wrap my head around the geography and the land and stuff.
I'm in the same boat there. But I do have a question for you, Keith. Yeah. Do you know how they measured those, or what did they use? I know that on the ISS there's a instrument called the alpha magnetic spectrometer, and that measures cosmic rays. But I'm just wondering if that's what measured them.
I don't know what they used to measure them, but I think they were using this sort of like the normal thing where they find these cosmic rays, and the last thing they expected was rays coming out of Antarctica.
That's weird. Because my understanding, and I might be wrong about this, but the last shuttle launch, STS-135, was the last mission they brought up this alpha magnetic spectrometer that CERN made, which probably interests other people, but CERN made it, and it measures cosmic rays up there because we can't measure them down here because of the atmosphere. So it's like, oh yeah, there's probably, little munchkins and goblins that are up there that we can't measure too, right? You know what like that. To me, it just, the whole cosmic ray thing seems goofy. If we can't measure it down here, then I don't really think it exists, but so I'm just wondering if maybe they measured it with the ISS. And
no, it's got nothing to do with the ISS. What they can normally do is measure cosmic rays coming from the sky. So there's plenty of cosmic rays they can measure coming sort of like down from the sky. This is the first time they've actually measured rays coming up out of the land anywhere, and this is the only place on Earth where cosmic rays are coming out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
Is it real? If it is, it's very interesting. But you just never know what they. None of us believe anything they say anymore. They'll probably tell us the truth one day. We still won't believe them.
It's probably true. Actually, we're the ones that are going to tell the truth, because we're actually, I believe, this is just my own personal belief, I believe that we are the reason why we see and say our brother or our mom or dad or our whoever doesn't see is because in a way it can be looked at this way, is that we have an extra responsibility than we did a few years ago. Personally, each one of us that sees this way, individually, we feel a calling. That's why you're on here, Karen. That's why anybody's on here, because you feel a calling that there's something wrong. And now that we're finding out what is wrong, and there's no doubt that we're going to know more and more and more. So there's something in our hearts that says this information has to be known by everybody that you know. And this all doesn't happen just by itself happening. God's doing this. So to me, it's like the last effort before he says, all right, this is over with. Like, nobody knows, but we'll see.
Well, something definitely happened, because lots of us woke up in the last 2 to 3 years. Have woken up, and
everywhere in the world.
I'm not sure whether it's such a big wake up today as it was then. I think the big wake up happened about the end of 2015 into 2016.
Yeah. For me, it was the end of 2015 is when I actually realized that Elon Musk was fulfilling scriptures with a rocket that the booster that he claims to land, the landing booster that comes back down. That's in the Bible. There's a guy in the Bible that it's a beast in the Bible that comes up out of the earth, and it has 2 horns like a lamb, and it speaks as a dragon. Well, it was a vision, and he said it had 2 horns like a lamb. Well, the Falcon 9 rocket does have 2 horns on the side of it, and it lifts dragon into orbit, and it's just a whole story in there, the whole story. And what it comes down to is the ISS is the trick. That's the trick. That if it says, they that dwell on the earth shall wonder when they behold it. That means when they see it with their eyes, they shall wonder. And there's a small group of people that aren't going to wonder at it. They're going to see right through it. And I think we're those people. So that's why I think we have this, I'm not going to call it a responsibility, but it would probably more appropriate to call it a genuine, not from us, but a calling from something else. Because I'm a carpenter. And for the last 3 years, I have not been interested in that. And what I'm saying is, I mean, like, I've owned a business for 20 years and I'm not really doing that anymore. And I made a lot of money doing that. I'm just not making any money anymore. There's truth that people need to know. And that's all I care about now for the rest of my life. That's all I care about. And I know that there's only a certain amount of time to spread it. So that's my take.
Oh, big hug, Joe.
Yeah, big, huge ass hugs and fist bumps to that. And I'll drink to that too. A triple whammy on that. Because yeah, that's kind of what happened with me. I woke up in 2015 and I realized finally why my life had me doing video stuff and graphic design, and I didn't really care to do videos. It was just something that landed in my lap, and it was cool. I get free products and whatever, and started my own business, and yeah, that was cool. Give myself a pat on the back, but it wasn't me. You know, something about it wasn't me until I was like, wait, I can use this to spread truth. And then it was it. Like, changed my life.
Something about truth.
Something about truth. Yep.
Yeah, I never thought a few years ago that I'd be sitting on Hangouts on YouTube.
Well, let me share this aspect. The aspect that, like, I'm not trying to be blasphemous and say that I'm God or looking from his, I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying is that there are things in the Bible, in Revelation, that show me that the thing we're doing, the way God looks at it, he looks at it in a much different way than we are right now. And I'm saying this is a good thing. We're looking at this as we're up against a lie and we're going to overcome it, and we're going to tell everybody about it, and we're going to keep doing this until people know. Like, we're down on the ground doing that, right? It's our own little thing we're doing. But God, this is my belief, and I get this from the prophets, from Isaiah and all them guys. God looks at it as, oh, good. And this is all in Isaiah. In Isaiah 43, it says, I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will make darkness light before them and crooked things straight. He says that they were going to bring forth judgment to truth. And this is at the very end. There's this group of it says it's his sons and daughters. He's going to call them, because they were scattered all over the world. He was going to call them and gather them all at once. And they were going to spread his truth and show his praise. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I kept reading, and it says, it asks the question, it says, who among them can declare this and show us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses. And then he says, ye are my witnesses. So, like, there's more. It says he's going to give these sons and daughters of his, he's going to give them as a covenant to the world, just like when he came as a covenant to the world, like, and died on the cross. But he's going to give his sons and daughters, this group of people, he's going to give them as a covenant to the world to open the blind eyes and to remove the prisoners out of the darkness. And I'm like, isn't that just what we're doing? Like, we're living this out. And the story is just so important, because God's looking at it going, like, he's looking at it. This is the arm of the Lord. That's probably the best way to put it. It's not us doing it. Yes, we're taking actions, but that desire and that longing for truth, once we saw the lie, it's like, he said he kept us hidden in like an arrow in his quiver. Like, we weren't going to know this until he said, and then all of a sudden all these things would start coming into our remembrance, and he would send his spirit of truth, and who would guide us into all truth and show us things to come. I'm like, that's my life. I'm living that. Like, that answered so many questions for me when I read the Gospel of John and read the actual words Jesus was saying, because I was like, whoa, he's talking to me. He's talking to me right now. And I'm like, that's impossible. But he says things like things that you guys would recognize. And it doesn't, I'm saying any flat earther would recognize this. He said, and I got my Bible right here. I don't want to mess it up. Just one verse that it'll make you think. And this is Jesus saying this 2,000 years ago. In John 3, verse 11, he says, verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. Think about that. Why did Jesus say, verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness? What I'm getting at is we're not doing this. This is done in spirit. This is the Most High Creator of all things that puts this strong urgency and this desire for truth in our hearts right now. That's my belief. And everyone can believe what they want, but I'm just trying to share that it's like so specifically laid out in the Word. And I could never see that up until a few years ago. As I looked and I'm like, whoa, this Bible is speaking to me. But yeah, that's my take.
You've got to read between the lines, haven't you?
I think so, yeah.
Astroking, you got into spirituality, yeah? Is he there, Astroking?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was just after my partner died, so it's how I got onto YouTube actually. So I was looking into a lot of spiritual things, and yeah, I stopped watching TV. I went onto YouTube and I was looking things up, and yeah, I was getting very spiritual minded and could see a lot of things, and things that seems very strange now.
What do you think about what Joe's saying then with the Bible? That actually in there it's telling you.
Well, yeah, I do think that. I think we've all got a calling. I think we've all sort of we all want to get the information out there to people.
Yeah, with some of us feel a real sort of need to, don't we? Feel a need to just keep telling people. I'm not very good, like John Smith globalized way. I'm not very good, I don't think, going to the public. I think once someone says wall, I want to leave. I just can't. I'm just not prepared to stand there arguing with them. I like people who've woken up. That's different. Then it's easier to talk to them. You can't make someone either. So, you know, I'm sure certain people are enlightened when they hear this information, but it's better when people are already sort of there, because it's easy. You get on better, I think.
Everybody kind of has their. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this is why I joined this chat group with the Sun and Moon, because I found it easy to listen to, and there was no arguments, and everyone was pretty cool.
That's how it should be.
I think. No arguing. Occasionally, though, somebody loses their head, but that's what we try for. Peaceful. There's enough of it, isn't it? Been bad enough already. Anyway, carry on, Joe.
Oh, I was just agreeing that there's always so much negative stuff that happens when there's a lie, and so like that's why I see Horry the Horry Sheet Show, and I just dig that, because the first thing that someone wants to do when they see that is break out laughing. You're like, whoa, look what he did, and that just sets the right tone for, hey, did you guys know that there's a huge lie? And it makes it much more of a comfortable environment to learn this awful thing that you're like, that, are you serious? Someone's telling me that I've been lied to my whole life. How do you go up to someone and tell them that without basically, you know, almost insulting their intelligence?
The wow factor is, it eases right into a mind-blowing conversation to follow that.
And you're on their side. You're not starting out as a opposing idea. You're going, check this out,
freak or anything like that. You're already on their side. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't think about that psychologically. It's exactly what I'm doing, especially in a place like Chat Roulette, where the people that really just want to have a conversation, I mean, they're hoping for something like this. I'm like gold on Chat Roulette. So
that's like what they want.
Exactly. Most of them. Like, well, not most of them.
Entertainment or whatever.
Not most of them. I'd say just a fraction of people are looking for something like what I'm offering.
The ones that you're talking to, though.
The ones I'm also trying to attract. They're just the diamonds in the rough as well. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool when I have like 4 or 5 people, and a couple of them are like, a lot of times it's people in their hotel room with a few friends, and they're all getting drunk or whatever, and they're like, let's check Chat Roulette out, and they all hover around the screen and go, oh, look at this guy, you know, come here, come see this guy. It's funny.
It looks really fruitful. I'm saying the ones that I've seen you doing, the people on the other end look very not how they look if you just tell them. Is what I'm saying. You know, if you say flat earth to anyone or you're being lied to, it's just not a good vibe in the room. But yeah, everyone that I've seen on yours, they're all pretty interested in what you're saying. So, I mean, that's awesome.
It seems to help to be able to show them right away the pictures of Photoshop clouds or the fake into the backflips or the space bubbles and
the clouds. That was a great one.
Yep, that's what makes it really effective right away.
The different size USA.
That one too. Right.
Coloration differences. Yeah.
It's terrible. So it's funny. It's funny. It's fun for me. It's funny for everybody to watch. It's hilarious, and it works. It does. It wakes people up. They're interested. They sub up. They watch my shows. They find me on my Instagram after I do this to them on Chat Roulette, and they sub to my Instagram. It's like I'm not even doing anything with Instagram. I don't even know what the hell it really does. But people still find it, and they get flat smacked every now and then. You know, I'll put out another video about the news, and I'll have people weeks after I've been on a guest stream with somebody else come back and tell me, hey, man, thanks for being on that guest stream, because I was on the fence about flat earth until you came on and did your thing, and now I'm a flat earther. Like, come back weeks later, and that's what makes me do it. I mean, that's what we need to be doing, talking to people and spreading it in whatever capacity we can do it.
I love how many different areas of, you know, just different professions and different things that people are doing. And like everyone's kind of contributing, like what you were saying, Karen, you don't like maybe approaching the people right off the bat. Well, maybe Hair's better at that. And I'm not the best at that either. I'm just saying, in this group of people that we're a part of, that are everywhere in the world, someone's got it covered. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone's got everything covered. And like, there's a professional in every area where there needs to be, because we're everywhere. I love that.
And we're like a big family unit too. Like, if we need something, it's like, oh, who can we talk to about this? Oh, this, yeah, I'll go to him. I'll see if he can do this for me, or I'll see it. Yeah. It's nice when you're starting to really network with people.
Well, most of us, when we're in the family, stay in the family. That doesn't mean everyone does. And you watch some people go almost crazy out there in front of you, which is so upsetting when you've spent hours and hours talking to them. But those that usually are in the family stay in the family. We start to trust each other, don't we? Even if we haven't all met each other, we trust each other. I know chat room here, but I'm just meaning I don't know many of the chat room or seen them or had hangouts, but those that come on hangouts or come into the family, you end up trusting them. So yeah. Can I just say that it's midnight here? We've been going for 3 hours. I just wondered, Horry, Astro King, Joe. I'm sure Astral's there, and I'm not sure if Flat Earth Dude's there. Maybe you'll want to just say a little bit before we go. I don't know. What you're doing? What's happening? What's the bit that interests you? I don't know what's happening next. What's happening next, Horry, for you?
Well, I have at least a week of video editing, and then after that, I'm gonna get back into my live streaming stuff. I'm gonna have a new background full of things that I've been meaning to add for a while now. And when I get back online, it's gonna be my time is gonna be spent between building my video business and building doing my news show and getting back in the swing of things with the Horry Sheet Show. But I'm also going to be building a CBD Miracles channel talking about the benefits of CBD oil. So if anybody's buying CBD oils or wants to know more about that, go ahead and sub to the CBD Miracles channel. See what I'll be doing there. I'll be doing live streams, kind of like the Horry Sheet Show, but it's just going to be about that kind of stuff. And then I'm also so I'm an affiliate for that. And it's really revolutionary to watch this business grow, this CBD oil stuff get everywhere. So I'm going to be showing all kinds of real life testimonials on it. Should be real eye-opening. And after that, or aside from that, I've also got a channel. I'm not really telling anybody exactly what it is, but it's going to be like a viral video channel where I entertain people with the latest funny stuff and the latest news about politics or actors or whatever's viral and trending. Only the top viral and trending stuff from a couple of different genres of life. I'll show that, and I'll be throwing some flat earth stuff in there on the down low, like slipping in Space Bubbles videos and stuff. And I'll make fun of everything else, like it's a bunch of bullshit, rat race, garbage, drama. But when I throw in some flat earth stuff, I'm gonna take it seriously, and it's gonna be a different serious tone. And it's gonna hit people psychologically and flat smack them without them knowing it, but on a much more viral scale. Because I think what I'm doing right here, flat earth it's not really it's pretty viral, but it's not mainstream enough yet. So if I can create a mainstream channel with the skills I've learned already in the past 2 years, I think I'll be able to flat smack exponentially more. It'll just take me a little while to build it up. So something else I got going on. I've got a lot of little side projects going on, I'll tell you that.
You should be proud of yourself, what you've managed to do, Horry. Very distinctive, aren't you, with your logos, what you're doing, the car. Very distinctive. So well done, Horry.
Thank you, babe.
Keep going.
I am. Thank you.
Hey. Astral, are you there? I'm going up the panel now. I know it's another way round for you, but Horry was first. Astral's next. Astral?
Yeah, I'm here. What's the question, sweetie? What did you
We're
say?
kind of slowly, we're sort of winding down now because we've been going for 3 hours, and just wondered if you've got anything to say.
No, it's true what Horry just said then, thinking up new ideas for increasing the awareness of flat earth, really. I'm always flat smacking people different ways, unballing them, as someone else quoted once said.
You're Denmark into a flat earth place, aren't you?
Yeah. But I was actually talking to a couple of young schoolgirls the other day, and I said, you talk to your physics teacher about this, and ask them, how can it be? Gave them the 8 inches per mile squared calculation, and if you can see so far into the distance, how can it be? And you can test it, you can do it. And they were quite open about it, so hopefully they're going to talk to the teacher in front of the whole class, and if there's 25 kids there, then 25 people are thinking, aren't they?
Yeah. Thanks for that, Astral. But anyway, me and Astral, we talk all day, whatever. We spend hours talking a week, don't we, Astral? Off hangouts. Thank you, Astral. What about you, Astro King? Keith?
Oh, yeah. I should be doing some more research on the flat earth, actually. I'm looking into some things like, like if the world we live on can be flat and round at the same time. This is what I'm drawn to at the moment. So I'm doing some research on that into why people think that they live on a globe, and how it interfaces with the people on the flat Earth side.
Well, you have to keep us abreast with all that, won't you? You can email me with your bit more of your research. Thank you for that, Astro King. What about you, Joe? You're going to be making more videos, I know.
Oh yeah, every day. Looks like something's wrong with my. Oh, that's the ISS I still got sitting there. There, I got on my hat now. I just put my YouTube channel up there because pretty much everything I do ends up on there. So,
I know.
I don't know. I've been.
People might not realize you have massive stuff on the moon and stars, and Flat Earth Dude's the same. I have,
I think 1,587. I think it is right now. Public videos. So there's a. That's more than I have subs. I have like 1,400 subs. I have 1,500 videos.
Because I know, because you see it sometimes. I think I'm on about 600 videos. That's been like, that feels like a work of art anyway. If you amount of hours and videos you've done, 50.
Your channel.
Congratulations.
But yeah, I've enjoyed just YouTube's awesome just for a free place to store your videos, as long as you're not going to lose your channel. Like I got one, I don't remember what it was for exactly. I used someone else's video, a drone video of someone else's, and I got a copyright strike. And when that happened, I freaked out a little. I'm like, ooh, not like, I kind of like, just because I have a lot of video. I mean, if I lost it, whatever. But there's so much there that I refer to all the time. Like I'm always grabbing links for people on Facebook and things, like stuff that I want to show people that I've, taped, or like the lake up north. If you can see across this lake and see everything on the other side, where's the curve? I mean, because it's like 15 miles. You do the math. It's ridiculous. But so I'm just exactly what Harry said about I like what you said about the psychological way that the things on my face, the psychological way that you approach it a little bit, where because people are so turned off by this concept that if you can slip it in a inviting way, and then all of a sudden they find themselves going, oh, well, that's what this is you're talking about. Like if they kind of find themselves in something where they can believe it more than just entering it into their mind. Yeah. Did you know Earth is flat, or did you? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm enjoying what you guys are all doing, and I just plan on to do the same thing.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just feeling it out. I'm always looking for the next best way to do it. And for me, it's going to be through another channel, and it's going to be me finding platforms like like younow.com, where it's a little bit slower when I'm flat smacking there, but it's exponentially more effective because I'm reaching up to 100, 150, 200 plus people. So
wow.
It's better than 1 or 4 people on chat roulette, but yeah. Anyway, but thanks, Karen, for what you're doing as well. I wouldn't have a nice, cool place to chill if it wasn't for you and all your lovely, kind words to me throughout my hardships in life. Because
Horry's someone else I talk to privately as well. So, and much love, Horry. I'm going to come back to all of you. I just want to check if Flat Earth Dude is there. Flat Earth Dude, is he there? He's working. Yeah, he's not there. Well, thank you, Flat Earth Dude. He's a trooper. Thank you, Joe, for all you do, all your videos, all your work on the stars and everything. Thank you, Astro King, for what you said about sun and moon and the fact that you're doing all your research, and I'm sure you'll come back on another hangout. Of course, forever Astral and Horry. Thank you as well for all that you do, and great sets, Guy. I've really enjoyed being in space with you lot.
All right.
Thank you, Karen.
Well, take care.
And also thank you to the chat room. Hi, Stan. And Stan Smith's in the chat room. Very quickly. Chillster, Let's Be Practical, JTG Gamers, A. Mackenzie, Marve, Stan, Chillster. What's that? I can't even say it. I'm sorry. Melanie. That's it. Sorry. GMCDXX, Chris Nimble Horse. If you want to shout out, do it now because we're going to end the hangout in a minute.
Christian. NJ. Oh yeah, NJ.
Marilyn Wisby. How you doing, Marilyn?
Marilyn was there.
Caroline was there. Super Leads was in the chat. A. McKinsey.
Jeep Girl.
I've done
Love you too, Super Leads.
Super Leads, yeah.
Let's Be Practical, Richard.
Yes,
still here, isn't he?
But yeah, well done, Astral.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for everybody being here, and yeah, we're back tomorrow with Martin Kenny tomorrow with another perspective. Anyway, yeah, Chris Beard says keep it flat, and thank you, Horry. Thank you, Astral. Thank you, Astro King. Thank you, Joe Hill. And thank you, Flat Earth Dude. And Patricia was on earlier. Obviously, she left, computer problem. But thank you, everybody. Chat room, everybody.